Hello, Ben.
Hi, Abby.
Are you ready to find love?
I hope so. I feel like we've come close, but nothing has really stuck.
Well, are you also...
I'm still looking for that happy ever after.
Mm-hmm. Are you also looking for a life partner who you can share with your daughter? And by share, I mean like they'll help raise her?
Okay. Yes.
Wow.
Now that you have clarified it, yes.
Great. In that case, you come to the right place. We are going to play the oh-so-infamous Dream Daddy. Are you ready, Ben?
I'm glad. I'm very glad that we're here right now.
Me too. I like this game. I have played the intro, so I will load her up. Also,
is your name Bebby?
I combined Ben and Abby to be a baby. He's an Italian a daddy. Oh, my name is a baby.
Oh, mamma mia.
So a little bit of context. We just moved to a new neighborhood. This is our daughter, Amanda. She is adorable and great. She's a high school senior, and we're sort of dealing with that kind of like father-daughter. We have a good relationship, but it is sort of the growing pains of like she's becoming a young woman. She's about to go to college. So there's a little bit of that. Also, our dad is a little bit shy, and we are at a barbecue about to meet all of the dads who live on our cul-de-sac.
Great.
You ready to meet some dads, Ben?
Looks like there's some refreshing punch in the background. This looks like an ideal grill. It's a pretty nice backyard, man.
I believe this is Joseph's backyard. He's a youth pastor, and he's a very nice man. He's a nice daddy. Yeah, a lot of nice fixins over here. Look at this thing. Wow. Alrighty. Yeah. You ready, Ben?
Yes.
Okay. I guess we're not as early as I thought we were. Joseph's backyard is already packed with people, and the smell of hot dogs wafts through the air. Small children run through a sprinkler, and adults chat in small clusters. I set our veggie plate down on a table next to two other veggie plates. Huh. Hey, there's a Joseph.
Okay.
Is that too much, you think, for this whole thing?
No. Oh,
okay.
No.
Okay, great.
I just needed like, give me one more moment to fully take in that dad next time he pops up, because
yes, of course.
That was a lot.
That's us, Ben. That's Bebby. I wave to get his attention. The moment he sees us, he jogs over, arms open wide.
Oh. Okay, so, you know, these dads kind of have voices already, but I'm not one to take what's given to me.
I would say those voices maybe not canon.
Okay, yeah, but these ones I'm about to do are,
yeah.
Welcome, I'm so glad you two are here.
Wow, very cool youth
He's a radical youth pastor.
Honestly,
and he brought veggies.
Oh.
Let me introduce you to my family. Kids, come over here. This is Chris, my eldest.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh.
This is Christian and Christy. They're twins.
They stare creepily and say nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yep, that's twins for you.
Then, of course, there's the youngest, Krish. Wait, where's Krish? Maybe Mary put him in his crib.
Honestly, have you ever met anyone named Krish?
Not yet, but hopefully I will in real life, so I can tell them they have a bad name.
Honestly, agreed. So this is his wife, Mary. We met her at a bar the other day, and she made us buy her a drink. And we were sort of weirded out by her. She's like overall nice, but it was sort of a weird experience. And now we feel weird seeing her here. So just a little bit of context. Oh no, It's the woman from the bar the other night. What is she doing here?
Oh, and how could I forget my lovely wife, Mary?
Hey. Joseph pecks her on the cheek. She smiles.
Ah, Mary, sweetheart, did you put Krish to bed? I'll have to go. Oh, I can't do that voice again.
You need to meet some women.
I've met plenty of women, but it feels weird doing lady voices. Like I don't have the experience, but here we go.
Here's the tip to do a lady voice. It's like a male voice.
I'll have to go look for him.
Perfect.
Oh.
What? You'll have to.
Yeah.
Joseph takes a moment and regains his composure.
Oh.
Mary, this is our new neighbor, Bebby, and his father, Amanda. I'd shake your hand, but I have a glass of wine that I need to tend to. Wink, wink. Are you doing Amanda?
Do you want me to?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to do it in my voice because I'm basically a teen. Ugh,
That's
I love her.
Perfect.
Nice to meet you, Mary, for the first time.
That shirt.
I know, it's good, right? Look, isn't this a fucking good-ass dad?
He's got like the cat smile.
It's a me. It's a baby.
Charmed. Well, I have to go over there now.
Mary leaves. Oh, God, this is so awkward. I wonder if Joseph knows. I wonder if Mary knows that Joseph knows. I wonder if Joseph knows that Mary knows that I know. It takes all of my energy not to run away from the barbecue and start fresh in a new city.
My wife has a wonderful sense of humor, but please, you two, enjoy the barbecue. All the guys here are really excited to meet you.
Amanda and I mill around and try out some of the food spread out on the table. I pick some deviled eggs. Amanda grabs a small paper plate and immediately begins piling it with baked goods. Ugh, I don't want to have to make a friends. Aww. Come on, Dad. Who are you going to party with when I go off to school? But I don't want to have to do the pleasantries. Dad. Ugh, they're going to talk about the weather. Go do it. Make a friend.
Do you want me to do Amanda so it's not a bunch of you talking to yourself? I totally like your Amanda, but I'm offering you a life jacket here if you need it.
That might be nice.
Okay.
But yeah, let's do that. Okay, good.
All right.
Is the Italian too much? I just want to put that out on the table again before we commit to it. Okay.
Oh, it's a lot. It's an incredible amount, but I like it. So it's up to you.
I'll try to bring it back to like a 50. Like, he's been in the States a long time.
Yeah.
But how could I possibly abandon my only child at a social functions? That's a bad parenting.
Yeah. This plate of cookies is my new dad. Bye.
Is that how I speak, Ben? Is that how I speak?
I wasn't doing you. I was doing Amanda. I could never capture your essence in my voice.
Wow. Amanda shoves me into the center of the yard. Well, here goes nothing. I look around the party and I'm surprised to see some familiar faces. Isn't that the barista from the Coffee Spoon? That's a local coffee shop. Oh, dang. Robert's here? We've hooked up with him, by the way.
Okay.
Didn't that guy throw a frisbee at my head? Isn't that the guy who was throwing a fit in Dead Goth and Beyond? Isn't that Amanda's teacher? Hey, I know Craig. We went to college with him. But wait a second, all of these people live in our cul-de-sac? That can't be right. I'd better investigate. Want to just start at the top? We're going to talk to all of them.
Yeah.
So. All right, Robert and Brian. I walk over to Robert and Brian, who are chatting over drinks, determined not to be weird about what happened last night. I hope Robert feels the same. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Baby, how the heck are you? Settling into the neighborhood all right?
Oh, you betcha. I got the living room in order, at least.
Oh.
That's great to hear. I've been doing some living room work as well. Finally got the 50-incher in there. The game looks great in high def.
Oh, boy.
Baby, have you met Robert yet?
Yes. I believe we've met, briefly.
Hey.
Robert takes a long sip of whiskey. Robert robotically extends a hand. I shake it as he stares unblinkingly into my eyes. Oh, God, what does that mean? How's it going?
It's good.
Robert focuses on the whiskey he's holding. He takes a long sip.
Hey.
Great! Look at my friends becoming friends. Us dads gotta stick together, you know? I like that dad is capitalized.
Us dads? Robert has a kid? Oh, I didn't know you had kids.
Hey.
Robert continues to stare at me. Jesus, does this guy ever blink?
Yup.
Cool. That's a cool. We stand in an incredibly uncomfortable silence for several moments until...
We gotta get off this haunted truck.
Oh, boy.
Oh no, the ghost locked the doors.
Daisy and Amanda run up to us, thank God.
All right.
Quick! Hit the emergency escape button. But trucks don't have emergency escape buttons. Then hit the brake, I guess, and then we'll get off the truck. The imaginary truck. Anyway, we're safe from the ghosts. But how will we survive this Arctic tundra? Daisy, you might have to eat me. Are you prepared to do that? I'm prepared to do anything to survive. That's cold-blooded. I like that. Although I'm not sure I have the materials required to properly cook you. Wait a second. Are you guys playing Long Haul Ice Road Paranormal Ghost Truckers? Yeah.
Amanda and I love that show.
It's the best, especially that episode where Colum hides Flint's keys and...
Flint retaliates by breaking a cursed urn and sending the spirit after him. Yeah, it's such a quality television. Yeah.
I'm really glad you brought that back to 50%. I think that was a good decision.
Yep, thank you. Agreed.
All right, Daisy, I found us a couple of bugs, and they're going to make a great meal. Lots of protein. Going to keep us from starving out here in the harsh, icy wasteland. But there's a whole table of food right over the... Daisy, it's a game. We're playing pretend. It's what kids do. Live a little.
Amanda gives Daisy a handful of gummy worms from the snack table. They eat them with mock disgust.
Let's go find kindling for a fire.
All right.
Okay. But not an actual fire. Because we're playing pretend?
Yeah.
Now you're getting it.
Daisy and Amanda run off. What a cute couple of kids. I turn my attention back to the conversation, but wait, where did Robert go? I skim the party and finally find him in the corner talking to Mary. Does he not want to talk?
Man, I've never seen her get along with anyone so quickly.
I snap out of my Robert-induced haze. I guess Amanda just sort of has a way with kids.
That's kind of amazing. Daisy doesn't really get along with kids her age.
It's nice that he's not trying to one-up me this time. Maybe we can have a regular friendship after all. Oh, really?
She just kind of keeps to herself. Her teachers say she spends every recess in the library. I think the other kids are intimidated by her intelligence.
There it is. I wouldn't worry about it too much. Amanda was a shy at Daisy's age, too. She used to have a habit of crawling under tables and crying every time we took her to a restaurant. She bit people, too.
Oh, kids, right?
I gotta love them. You're required to by law.
Well, since they're getting along so well, maybe we should try put together a little play date for them.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time. Go meet some of the other fellas.
All right, next. Matt and Hugo seem to be embroiled in an intense discussion. Craig looks on, smiling politely. I walk over to say hello.
Well, I don't think it's fair to try to compare two art movements like that.
That's this guy. He's a teacher.
He seems smart. He's got glasses.
And the bow tie.
Periods in art only exist because they're a unique byproduct of the social and political climate of a time, place, and try to make something like, say, the Rococo period and compare it to postmodernism in America, you're completely disregarding the context in which a work of art is created. That was very easy to read.
Matt and Hugo seem to be so busy talking that they don't notice me. Craig leans in.
Dude, I have no idea what's happening.
That's Craig, by the way. Should we talk to Craig or listen in on Matt and Hugo?
I want to listen in.
Okay, yeah. Let's try to seem smart.
That kind of comparison just eliminates the reason I had to make sure I was still Hugo. The reason art movements are so important in the first place. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, but I think there's no harm comparing one work of art to another. You could definitely say that one painting is better than another if you're evaluating technical skill from a purely formalist standpoint. If I showed you a Matisse and something by the Dutch masters, which one would you say shows more technical prowess?
I'm so lost right now. I shoot a worried glance over to Craig, who returns it.
Well, sure, you could say that the Dutch masters were technically more skilled, but I would argue that while the Dutch masters were better painters, Matisse had better paintings overall.
We could do, haha, I have no idea what you guys are talking about. Well, that's pretty subjective. Art is dead.
I don't want to piss him off, but let's go with subjective.
Okay.
How do you mean?
Well, that painting of the guy with the apple in front of his face. Pretty nice. Maltese rocks.
That's Marguerite.
Right. Art. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Scusi. Please don't.
You're fine,
call
dude.
the polizia.
Dude, you're fine. Dude, relax.
I'm so sorry.
We were just discussing the importance of context when talking about artwork. Listen, all I asked is if you liked Van Gogh or Picasso better.
Hugo throws up his hands in frustration.
Mamma mia!
Hey, that's my line.
But they represent two completely different art movements. How could I possibly choose between the thick, creamy impasto of a post-impressionism and the abstract beauty of cubism?
Man, that's way above my head.
Oh, me too. It's all good, man. The cool thing about art is that we all perceive it differently. A single piece could have a totally different effect on each person that looks at it, and that's awesome.
Nice.
Just one minute about that. Hugo, please.
Hey.
Sorry. I get really fired up about art stuff. Baby, how are you liking the neighborhood?
It's pretty nice. Everybody's been super friendly.
Hey.
Seems like your daughter's fitting in just fine.
Matt points across the yard to where Amanda, Daisy, and another young girl are playing. They are all sitting cross-legged in the grass, picking weeds and weaving them into little flower crowns. It's pretty adorable. The girl I don't recognize jogs over to us.
Hey.
What is it, sweetheart?
I want to say I would wear this outfit exactly today.
Same. I like the bracelets a lot.
Yeah, I'd love the whole thing.
It's a flower crown. I thought you'd look cute in it. Well, there's only one way to find out.
Matt takes the flower crown and places it on top of his head.
Hey.
Am I cool now?
The girl stares at him, thinking it over.
Nope. But you're slightly less uncool than you were before you put it on.
Hey, dude.
Hey, Beppy, this is my daughter.
Hello.
I'm Carmen Sita.
Amanda comes over with Daisy in tow.
Dad, look, I'm making friends. Are you making friends? You better be making friends.
Yeah, actually, Amanda, you remember the cool barista from the coffee shop? And my old college friend and, your teacher?
Oh, hi, Mr. Vega. I didn't realize we were neighbors. God, can you imagine being neighbors with your teacher?
Honestly, this sounds like a fucking nightmare.
And then your dad starts having sex with him?
Dude, that sounds like a dream come true, but the rest sounds like a nightmare. Also, by the way, this is happened earlier. She is, like, kind of failing his course. He let us know, but she did not. So
okay.
That's another thing. I think we talked to her about it a little bit, but she's keeping some secrets.
Oh. It's no good.
No.
Yup. You still gonna get me that overdue term paper?
Ugh.
Great seeing you.
Amanda finger guns her way out of the conversation like a champ. She learned the finger guns a mover for me. I'm very proud.
She's definitely a charmer. Speaking of which, where did my son go?
Whoa.
Hugo looks around the party. He must finally spot him because his eyes go wide.
Whoa.
Ernest Hemingway Vega, are you smoking?
Ernest is holding a lit cigarette.
Nope.
I see Ernest across the way. He casually takes a long drag of his cigarette and then flicks it into a gutter.
Unbelievable. Excuse me.
Hugo marches over to Ernest, and I turn my attention to Matt and Craig. Kids, all right?
Hey.
Man, I do not envy Hugo. The last barbecue we had, Ernest tried to shove a sparkler down Joseph's pants, nearly burned down half the yard. And because we had the barbecue we had before that, he actually burned down half the yard. And then it sprayed onto my lawn and burned down half of my yard, too.
Hugo walks back over to us, practically dragging Ernest behind him.
Look at that shitty teen.
I know, he's such a teen.
Oh.
Hey, everybody. Sorry about that. Baby, this is my son, Ernest.
Hello. Ernest looks away, sulking, his hands shoved deep in his pockets. Hugo nudges him impatiently.
Hey.
Nice to meet you, Ernest. Oh, what grade are you in?
Does it matter? Ernest. Okay, I'm in 8th grade. God, are you happy now? I'm sure you were just dying to know.
Yeah. Good for you.
Can I go now? I'm tired of talking to old dudes who blame my generation for the failing economy. I couldn't be rolling my eyes any harder right now.
Ouch.
Ernest! Oh, yeah, because I'm totally embarrassing you.
Ernest puts earbuds in and storms off to stand in the corner. Well, that was certainly something. He seems so nice. Hugo puts his head in his hands and sighs.
I'm so sorry. He's having a really tough time. As much as I want to be the cool dad, I have to be the authoritarian dad, and he clearly resents me for it. I mean, I think as a dad and a teacher, that's about as authoritarian as you can get. Honestly, are any of us cool dads? Is it even possible to be a cool dad?
What? I'm cool as a cucumber.
Hey, dude.
See, that right there? You can't say that.
I don't know.
My kids think I'm cool. But for how long, Craig? How long do we get to be the cool
I
dads?
don't know.
I don't know.
Hey.
I think we just have to accept the fact that as dads, we've become the machine we once raged against and accept our fate to unironically wear socks with sandals. Your kids may think you're cool now, but the moment they hit puberty, you're doomed.
Amanda's 18, and she still thinks I'm a cool.
She's 18?
Uh-huh. She's a senior.
Okay.
I yell across the yard to my daughter. Amanda, I'm a cool, all right? Amanda just laughs. She keeps laughing. I see your point.
As much as we all want it, I don't think it's as important to be a cool dad as it is to be a good dad. We can't all be best friends with our kids. It just doesn't work. I mean, look at me and Ernest. Our job as parents is to make sure our kids turn out okay. Yeah, you're right, but it'd be nice to have it both ways.
Hearing these guys talk about this makes me think of my relationship with Amanda. We get along so well, but there might be a time when it won't be like that. Is college when that happens?
Don't let us eat up your time. Maybe go meet some other people around the neighborhood.
Let's talk to Joseph and Damien.
All right.
I spot Joseph chatting with the guy from Dead Goth and Beyond by the grill. I wonder what they're talking about. I walk over to them. By the way, Damien was the one at Dead Goth and Beyond. He was like trying to return something and they were not letting him and he was upset about it. Something like that.
So I'm curious, can you walk me through why you had your house painted black? Where do I even start? The house stays warmer in the winter. It provides an artistic contrast to the rest of the neighborhood, and it complements the crimson interior perfectly. It's definitely an interesting choice.
Oh.
Thank you. I'm very proud of my abode. Baby, I was just having a conversation with Damien here about his aesthetic design decisions.
Damien regards me up and down with a warm but critical eye.
How do you do? I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
I think I saw you in a Dead Goth and Beyond the other day. Damien's face turns bright red.
I must apologize for my behavior on that day. You see, I take the goth lifestyle very seriously, and to be caught in a ruse by such a corporation as Dead Goth and Beyond was profoundly frustrating indeed. I hope you know that while my anger may have been justified, it was no such way for a gentleman to act.
It's, okay, man.
Do tell me about yourself. Are you new to the area?
Yes, my daughter and I just moved in the other day. She was the one I took to Dead Goth and Beyond.
Very good taste on her part. Does she partake in the goth lifestyle?
I think for a second. I look over to Amanda, who's hanging out with some of the older kids in the neighborhood. Hey, Amanda, would you consider yourself a goth? Amanda yells back.
I wouldn't necessarily try to fall under any one specific label, but if I guess I had to choose, I would more describe myself as twee hipster with some normcore leanings. That's are cool, though. Pity. Are you enjoying the party so far?
Oh, definitely. Thanks so much for putting this on. It's nice to be in a cul-de-sac where everyone is so friendly and welcoming. Amanda walks up to the conversation.
I also like The Lost Boys a lot. Really good movie. Does that count as goth? That it would, my dear. I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Damien Bloodmarch, at your service.
Damien finishes the sentence with a flourish and a bow, producing a single rose and offering it to Amanda.
I did that in real life, too.
Wow, I believe it. Amanda blushes and returns the gesture with a curtsy.
My, you do know how to treat a lady.
You have to be two voices.
How do I do two voices at once?
Here, I'll be Christian and you be Chrissy. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hello, Amanda.
Hello, Amanda.
Seemingly out of nowhere, Joseph's twin kids appear. Are they speaking in unison? Yes, they are. I don't know if you heard that, but it was exactly the same and together.
Hey.
Hey.
Won't you come play with us? Come play with us forever. Good harmonizing on that one.
Yeah, we nailed it. Guys, enough with the creepy twin shtick. We've talked about this.
Christian and Christy slowly back away.
Wait, who's Mary?
That's his wife, the one who had wine.
Oh, right. Where do you think they got that from?
Mary pops into the conversation, wine in hand.
I don't know.
Mary takes a long sip of the wine.
I think I might have taped over a VeggieTales VHS with The Shining. Who knows?
She takes another sip of her wine.
Where's Krish? Wasn't he with you?
Okay.
You had him a moment ago. He's probably stuffing dirt in his mouth. He'll be all right. Toddlers are pretty resilient.
Mary tips her glass to me.
Ain't my first time to the rodeo. It's my fourth.
Come on.
I have squeezed 4 little. Sweetheart, would you do me a favor and please find Krish? That would be great. I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah.
Mary. Okay, jeez.
Mary finishes her wine and wanders off.
Dad, can we go now?
Oh my god.
Ah, Lucien, have I introduced you to Bebby yet?
Hey, it's that punk from Amanda's school. I remember you.
Whatever. That's no way for a young man to speak to his elders. Be polite.
Lucian bows.
Whatever, sir.
Lucian bows again.
Mr. Christensen, may I...
That's the team.
Oh.
You're right.
Okay. Mr. Christensen, may I have a veggie burger, sir? Coming up. Oh, my throat. Coming right up, bud. Are you vegetarian? Yep. Make that 2 veggie burgers. Do you know that some people in the Victorian era were vegetarians? They described carnivorous type of people as bloodlappers. Dad.
Hey?
That's really interesting, Damien.
Joseph turns to the grill. Just a hint of a tattoo peeks out from underneath his sleeve. I can't believe I didn't notice it before. It looks like the bottom of an anchor.
Whoa, is that a tattoo? Yep, I wasn't always a youth pastor, you know. That's so cool. Want to see mine? What?
Lucian pulls back some rubber bracelets, revealing a lopsided 666 in black ink.
My buddy gave me a stick and poke tattoo last week. I think it's healing up pretty good. Stick and pokes don't really have to heal that much. Lucian!
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have one?
Nope.
No, I won't.
We'll talk about this later. That's me saying that to you.
Oh, okay, cool. Smart.
I'm Italian now. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty
What's
cool.
the significance of the tattoo? I don't know. I just thought it looked sick. Well, in my opinion, the only reason you need to get a tattoo is because you want one. Careful though, that number carries weight.
Man, Joseph is a way cooler youth pastor than I thought. I just figured youth pastors popped out of the womb with a Bible. I wonder what he did before preaching.
And without further ado, let's work some magic.
Joseph closes his eyes, takes a deep breath, and gets to work. With the greatest of ease, he sets up patties on the grill, flourishing as he flips his spatula in the air. It's easily some of the best grill work I've ever seen.
You guys think this is my first time in front of a grill?
He's working faster now, effortlessly tossing cheese onto patties and perfectly grilling onions on the side. One after another, the dads take notice and crowd around Joseph to admire his masterful technique.
You probably didn't know this, Bevy, but Joseph's known around here for his grillmanship. He's ungrill-leavable.
Bro.
I tried to get on his level, but I just can't catch up.
Hey.
Let us keep saying he has a rare quality about him.
Boo.
Oh.
Oh, boo.
Mustard, we keep you waiting, talking about this? Can't we just appreciate the artist?
Boo.
Hey.
I've never seen him make a mistake.
Boo.
Hey.
Okay, we need to stop this. This is getting too cheesy.
Boo.
Please stop.
Amanda, you and me, we get it. All the children at the party boo at the glorious display of puns in unison. Ben, am I a child?
Yeah.
Ben.
Wait, you just said you're a teen like moments
Ben,
ago.
am I a child?
Oh no.
But I'm 25. That's basically 30.
Oh, and 30 is basically 80.
Oh, I'm basically dead, but also a child.
All right, guys, the food's ready. Please form an orderly barbecue.
Amanda groans. We all grab our food and hang out, enjoying perfectly cooked cheeseburgers.
Oh.
Man, it's so wild how all of us dads live in the same cul-de-sac.
Oh.
Kind of nice, isn't it? I feel like there's a real community here. Totally helps when you're just a single dad trying to raise a kid. We're happy to have you here, man. I think you're going to like this neighborhood a lot.
Oh.
Plus, Amanda seems to be getting along with all the kids. If she decides to get into the babysitting game, she'll really make a killing.
Oh.
Hey, why don't you add us all on Dad Book?
A data book?
Yeah, it's a great social network for dads to keep in touch with one another. We're all on it, so if you ever need to reach out to anyone, that's the simplest way to do it.
Sorry, I'm just old-fashioned dad. Social media goes over my head sometimes.
Don't worry, Pops. I'll help you figure it out.
The rest of the barbecue goes smoothly. We all trade stories and drink beer as our kids play on the lawn. Amanda breaks up a fight between Carmencita and those weird twins. I think they wanted her soul. Amanda and I walk back to our place as the sun sets over the neighborhood.
Pretty fun party, don't you think?
Got a burger in me, networking event, paranormal ice road truckers. I like the burger one.
Yeah.
Sweetie, if I can impart any sort of wisdom on you right now, and not that this was a bad situation, but if you're ever in a comfortable situation, always look for the silver lining. The silver lining gets you through the other side. We had rockin' burgers today, and it was good. Yeah. I love the American sandwich that is a burg.
Amen. Well, at least you met some other cool dads. You should hit them up on Dad Book.
Maybe I will, if I ever figure out how social media works. Gosh, I'm like ranking it back up. I need to pull back again. I have a good feeling about this place.
Me too, Dad.
Amanda and I arrive home with the remnants of our veggie plate. Seems like nobody's really into cauliflower. Any big plans for this evening?
Actually, yeah. Going out with some friends.
Oh.
Is that okay?
Of course. Just keep it posted. And be home before midnight.
You got it.
And be careful.
I will.
Make good choices, okay?
Of course.
And to call me if you need anything at all, baby. Oh, no.
Dad, you're not going to do the thing where you ramp up your Italian accent, are you?
I cannot make any promises, my sweet, sweet girl.
I know when you get mad or drunk, the accent really comes out, but...
I love it. Oh, Benicio.
You're also not going to do the thing where you wait silently for me to come home in the living room with all the lights off, are you?
What? No, I've never done that, and I never will do that.
Okay, do you have plans tonight?
My plans were kind of to eat ice cream and watch TV with Amanda, but I'll find something to do. I'm gonna work on some stuff, see how long I can sleep for, throw a party.
I like the ambiguity of work on some stuff.
Me too. You know, a data stuff. I'm just relaxing tonight. Have a fun, okay?
Great. See you later.
I watch Amanda drive off into the night. I really do hope she has fun. I plop down in front of the TV and turn on some Wine and Dine Mastermind with celebrity chef Gavin Chapman. Looks like Gavin's making a roasted rack of lamb with rosemary mashed potatoes. Wow, hell yeah, dude. I'd love to be able to cook like that. Although, I think if I was actually that good at cooking, I'd use all my powers for evil, just like making baked Alaskas all day instead of any food with real nutritional substance. Man, Gavin Chapman just caught that thing on fire, but he meant to do it. What a professional. I lose track of time as I blaze through several episodes of Wine and Dine Mastermind, and also one episode of some cooking show called Meat Hell. I'm not even sure what that one was about. It was just a lot of yelling. Wow.
I want to be in meat hell right now.
I want to be in meat heaven. I glance at my watch. Man, it's almost midnight. I should check in with Amanda. I send a text. Hey kiddo, are you good? I wander into the kitchen as I wait for a reply. Amanda's phone is almost always in her hand, so I'm sure she'll respond soon. Unless she's driving home now, in which case I hope she doesn't respond soon because I definitely taught her better than to text and to drive. I reach into the freezer and grab an ice cream sandwich. It's a little late for this, but I think I earned it after a long day of socializing. I check my watch again, and then my phone. Nothing yet. Okay, see, now I'm worried. Do I call her? Do I call the cops? No, it's too soon for that. I'll just send her a gentle reminder text. Oh, what's up? Half an hour passes. Now I'm really worried. The episodes of Gavin Chapman's Meat Hell are not only assuaging my anxiety, but possibly exacerbating it with all the yelling. So I keep pacing around the house, waiting for her to come back. Why didn't I find out where she was going? Who she was even with? Why don't I know any of her friends' phone numbers? Why don't I even know any of her friends' full names? Who is Emma P? She has two friends named Emma P and Emma R, and the dad in the game doesn't know the difference between them. And honestly, I don't know the difference between them either. I decided to send her another text. Amanda, please text me and let me know you're okay. I can't help but think of all the awful things that could have happened to her. Oh, thank God, it's her. Amanda opens the door and shuffles in. Finally, she's back home. I'm glad she's okay.
What's up?
Sweetie, thank God you're safe.
Dad.
Yep.
But now that I know she's okay, I'm really mad. Why didn't you answer my texts? Amanda pulls her phone out of her pocket.
Oh, whoops. I guess I didn't see those.
She starts to walk to her room. Amanda Ann.
Whoa, we're pulling out the middle name now.
Amanda, you came home an hour after curfew and you didn't respond to any of my texts. You really freaked me out. I was about to call the cops.
And I hate the cops.
Fuck the polizia.
Dad, you're seriously overreacting. You're not going to be like this when I go off to school, are you?
I don't like your attitude. I have a right to be concerned. I was scared. I like the middle one.
Okay.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say tell her the truth. I was scared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. I was scared. You weren't responding, and it was just like when your mama... Oh, their mom's dead, by the way. I have to stop myself from tearing up.
Oh, Dad, I didn't mean to...
I sit down on the couch and put my head in my hands. I feel very tired all of a sudden. You really scared me. Just, please don't do that again.
All right. I'm going to go to bed now.
Amanda closes the door to her room and I head to mine. Jeez. As I'm falling asleep, one thing she said keeps echoing in my mind. You're not going to be like this when I go off to school, are you? I definitely didn't sleep well last night. I brew some coffee and make some scrambled eggs for Amanda as a peace offering. She eventually wanders into the kitchen.
Hey, I thought about what you said last night. I should have texted you. I said I was going to do it and I didn't. I honestly just didn't even think about it. I'm really sorry, Pops. I won't do it again.
Well, I'm sorry for freaking out. I trust you to make good choices. Good. I like the middle one. I trust you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
I also thought about it and I'll try to give you your space from here on out. I gotta trust that you can take care of yourself.
Team Ruck?
That's her last name. Russell, Pack, Ruck.
Oh.
We're Bebby Ruck, baby.
Bebby Ruck.
Bebby Ruck. A team of Ruck. Amanda gives me a hug. Oh, want some eggs?
You know it. Sprinkle some cheese on them.
Already did.
All right.
Bless you.
Amanda scarfs down the eggs and the time it takes me to wash the pan.
All right, I'm off to school. Smell you later.
Wait, one more thing before you go.
What?
What's Dad Book?
Oh.
It's a social media platform.
Wait,
What?
what's a social media platform?
Dad, I have to go to school.
Come on, Amanda. I'm an old man. I can't put together a Dad Book profile on my own.
All right, I'll help you sound interesting on the internet. God, I could use her in my life.
Amanda spends the next couple minutes setting up my profile on Dad Book, which as it turns out is a place where dads can get together and talk about fatherhood.
All right, Pops, we got to fill out your profile. Let's get some likes and dislikes.
On a Friday night, you're most likely to... I like Netflix and grill, but I'm also down for other options if you prefer different things.
Yeah, that or the last one are both good.
Yes. I'll do this one, sleep. If you had one thing to take with you on a deserted island, what would it be?
Whipped cream.
Trusty grill, shaker of salt, Castaway DVD, a boat. Don't need anything. I like the Castaway DVD.
Sure, yeah.
Okay. What are your turn-ons? Ooh, I hope my daughter's not around for this
Oh.
one.
You know, talking about parenting.
Strong dad arms, tennis shoes with long white socks, well-manicured lawn, street smarts, top-tier grillmanship, comfortable with crying.
I'd say either strong dad arms or a nice lawn.
Let's do good lawn. What did you want to be when you grew up?
Pro Skater is also an astronaut. Pro Skater is
Yes.
also
Oh
an
my
astronaut.
god. Hell yeah. What's your favorite movie genre? Rom-coms? Rom-coms?
Yeah, sure.
No, want to do old comedies? That seems more in line with this weird Italian.
Yeah.
What's your ideal date? Ours. What about?
Like eating a healthy dinner at 4 p.m.
Okay, perfect. What do you never leave home without? Cardigan, sick vape, word jumbles and a pen, cool knife. Oh my god, fucking cool knife. Self-esteem.
I say cool knife.
Yeah, cool knife. Fucking cool knife. I spent a lot of time thinking about my cool knife.
My cool knife.
Yes.
How proud I am of my child.
Yeah, that's a sweet one. Profile complete. See, that wasn't so bad. Yeah, that was actually kind of fun. I could spend all day on here just looking at people's profiles.
Creeper. You should message one of them, or more than one of them. All of these dads seem pretty interesting.
Okay, I promise I'll make us some friends. Amanda gives me a hug.
Go get him, Dad.
All right, this is it, Ben.
All right.
This is it. What do you think for the dads?
How do we make sure these are all real dads? How do we make sure we're not getting dad fished?
We met them in real life. That's how.
Okay.
We met
true.
them before we met them online.
I feel like okay. I feel like so I want to go outside of my comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like either Brian or Hugo kind of were the nice standout.
Okay.
I like that Brian he seems like he really loves his daughter, which I like.
Mm-hmm. He's very competitive, which is sometimes a little tiring, I find.
Sure,
I'm sure
yeah, that could
it's worth
definitely
it
be
in
a
the
turn off.
end. But
and I bet if it's a video, if it's written like a story, I bet his competitiveness will motivate us to do well, and I bet he'll let it go for true love.
Yeah.
I also really like Hugo, and if our daughter is failing his class, then maybe.
wow, you're right. Let's fuck her way to the top. I mean, fuck our way to her being on the top. Oh boy, we're talking about our daughter.
Still
I
wrong.
figured. Oh no. Delete dad book. Delete it.
Throw computer away.
Let's do Hugo.
Let's go for Hugo.
Okay. Middle school teacher, high school teacher, writer of scholarly articles on 18th century literature for various esteemed, I know, honestly snooze. Friday night, brew strong tea, remembers of things past, muscles. We're a muscly dad.
Are we? I
Oh,
feel like we're
no,
like
we
3
are.
feet tall.
Oh no, Ben. We are. Ba 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 ba. Okay. Okay. Sure. Yeah, let's do it. Message him.
Yeah.
I navigate Hugo's dad book page and type out a message. Hey Hugo, great seeing you at the barbecue. Want to hang out sometime? I wait for a few minutes before the computer dings. I'm so glad you messaged me. Oh yeah, you should read that.
I'm so glad you messaged me, and I definitely want to hang out sometime, but I have a favor to ask. Our class is going on a field trip to the aquarium today, and one of our chaperones called in sick. Is there any possible way you could come by and replace them?
Uh-oh. I think about it for a moment. Man, that's a lot of screaming kids that I'd be accountable for. And they're in middle school, arguably the worst age to be.
Yeah.
I 100% agree. I was
Definitely.
awful in middle school.
Same.
Oh boy, delete all of those pictures, burn them. That time in my life, I will forget about it and not miss anything. Amanda silently trudges into the kitchen and pours herself a bowl of cereal. Her eyes are a little puffy, almost as if she's been crying. Morning, Amanda.
Morning, Pops.
Hey, are you all right?
I'm fine.
Oh, of course, I'm fine.
Ah.
I just got to thinking about the Backstreet Boys. They had a reunion, The Backstreet Boys are back, all right?
Eh?
But they're different. Something's wrong with them. Like, they're a dream someone once had but can no longer remember. And no one's talking about it. They just go on like everything's normal.
Are you sure that's all you're upset about? You have to tell me what's going on. But were they original? Were they really the only ones? Do you want to do the first one? Not
Sure.
pushing her too hard, but not
Yeah.
totally disregarding the fact that she's crying. If there's, anything going on, I just want to know that I'm here for you, and I'll always be here for you. Whether you need a shoulder to cry on, or a strong dad to go kick someone's butt, I'm only a phone call away.
Thanks, Popsicle. I appreciate that. I'm fine, really.
I'm unconvinced, but I'll stop badgering her about it. I'm sure she'll tell me when she's ready. Hey, how was middle school for you?
Bad, but nobody likes middle school. It's 3 years of bad acne, crying, and being generally terrible.
I remember my first zit, and it was in middle school on my chin, and it was humongous. And I didn't know to pop it, and a bunch of people are going to tell me, don't ever pop it, but like, this is a huge ass whitehead, and it was like, this is real gross, but it was like, oozy, you gotta fucking pop it. That was how I learned that you gotta pop it.
You gotta pop.
Gotta
Once
pop
you pop,
it.
the fun don't stop.
I know, you gotta pop it.
Everyone sucks. No self-awareness. It's just a whole bunch of hormonal teenagers locked in a gross old building for 40 plus hours a week, doing long division and starting fights, I don't know, over pizza day, top 40s pop. Middle schoolers should be avoided at all costs. Though I do remember 7th grade dancing the Drops of Jupiter, one of the most magical moments of my life.
Wow. I envy you, Ben.
What was your middle school experience like?
I don't remember. I didn't like it. I thought it was fine. I didn't like it.
I don't like
yes,
it.
Let's be real. I didn't like it. I had my first crush in middle school. I'm still bitter about it. Alexis Stuggs. You hurt me and I'll never forget it. I laid my heart out on the line for you, Alexis. Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
Wow, it's a beautiful romance language. What'd she do to you?
I stare off into middle distance, remembering the 24 hours that we dated and the 3 times we held hands between class periods. Then I remembered the bitter betrayal, her leaving me for Arnold Birmingham, a traditional Italian name, him making me eat the dirt right in front of her. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, like Bebby Beck.
It's Bebby
Bustle.
Ruck.
Sorry, Bebby Rupp. Sorry, how could I forget? See, middle schoolers are reprehensible. Wait, why are you asking me about middle school?
Oh, Mr. Vega requested my help to chaperone his middle school class to the aquarium. I just wanted to know what I was in for.
You get to go to the aquarium? Are you kidding me? The last field trip I got to go on was the clam chowder factory. They didn't even give us clam chowder. They gave us square pizza at a clam chowder factory.
Dude, that fucking sucks. Clam chowder is so good. Oh, I love clam
Yeah.
chowder. Oh, is that why you won't eat clam chowder anymore?
No, it's because Bobby
Ew.
Willingham threw up into one of the vats of clam chowder, and I'm the only one who's not happened.
No.
It haunts me.
All right. Let's leave that story firmly in the past. I like a clam chowder.
Anyway, you should do it. Mr. Vega sounds like you could really use the help. Plus, you get to hang out with cool fish.
Amanda, I get kind of a weird about aquariums. The ocean makes me nervous. Italy, not by the water.
No, Italy famously
Italy,
landlocked.
landlocked. You know. I didn't see the water until I came to the America, where there's a water everywhere.
Jesus Christ. What are you worried? That's what are you worried? What? Are you worried that a whale is gonna pop out of the touch tank and swallow you whole?
Don't you put a fear in my heart.
Well, they do have penguins there.
Yes, they have penguins there.
Then it's settled. Penguins outweigh fear of ocean.
I sit back down at the computer and let Hugo know that I'm available. He tells me to meet him at the aquarium and gives me the address. I grab my keys and kiss Amanda on the forehead before I head out. I arrive at the aquarium to find that the school buses have beaten me there. Preteens huddle around their teachers in small groups, yelling at each other and goofing off. Every teacher looks like they're at their wits' end.
I don't know.
Hugo jogs up to me, looking frazzled.
I'm so glad you're here.
Hugo.
It's been a debacle all morning. We're short-handed and most of the kids won't stop screaming, as I'm sure you know is the case with all middle schoolers.
I lived through a Amanda at 12. I'm all too familiar.
Oh.
Great, well, you and me chaperoning a group of 10 kids, they're over here.
Hugo walks me over to a gaggle of preteens who are all sitting on the ground playing with their phones. They're not kicking each other like some of the groups, so we're off to a good start.
Can you guys put your phones away?
All the kids look up for a moment to stare at Hugo, then they go back to texting. At least they're quiet?
Too quiet. These guys are up to something. I can feel it.
There's no way. They're too busy thinking about not getting food stuck in their braces to pull any stunts. It's a middle school after all.
We'll see.
The classes start filing into the aquarium, and Hugo hands out massive stapled packets of paper for each kid.
These are due at the end of the field trip. Yes, this will be for a grade. No, you can't borrow a pencil.
The kids collectively groan and grab the sheets from Hugo. What's in the packet?
Hey.
Honestly, it's just busy work so that the teachers can have a moment's reprieve. I think that one of the questions asks them to sit quietly for 10 minutes to think about the Great Barrier Reef.
A teacher hacks. I like that. Wait, I thought you were an English teacher. What does the aquarium have to do with books?
We just did a unit on the old man in the sea. Nothing quite like introducing kids to the futile perseverance of the human spirit by making them pet stingrays.
Yes.
It gives us time to check out some of the exhibits as well. Come on, they have a phenomenal selection of tropical fish.
While the kids sit on the floor and pretend to do their assignments while they text, Hugo and I wander over to a large tank filled with brightly colored fish. Hugo points to a brown and white fish with long spines.
That right there is a lionfish. You know that their stomachs can expand up to 30 times in size.
Whoa.
Their spines are venomous, too.
Nature is a hardcore.
Oh.
You think that's bad? Take a look at this one over here.
Hugo points to a spiny, grumpy-looking fish hanging out near the bottom of the tank.
That's a stonefish, the most venomous fish in the world.
And they just, keep it here?
Oh, they're relatively harmless as long as you don't step on them.
What happens if you step on them?
Tissue necrosis.
Cool.
Nature is wild.
Man, Hugo seems to know a lot about fish. I feel the overwhelming need to impress him. Hey, I see that fish over there?
Oh.
That one?
Yeah, that's the American longfish, blue-nosed wigglyfish, humphead wrasse. Longfin. I think it'd be this one.
Yeah, let's go for the humphead.
Because this, I feel like, is maybe the next option of, this could be real. But also
Yeah.
longfin, I don't know.
Oh.
Humphead!
Yeah, humphead, baby.
Yeah?
Did you know that paranormal fish trivia, psychiatric fish trivia, political fish trivia? Oh boy. He seems like a heady man. Do you want to do the psychiatric? Okay.
Yeah.
This is the only species of fish known to develop a clinical depression.
Wait, are you serious?
Serious as a heart attack? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I think he wouldn't like us. He likes facts.
Yeah,
you
we
know?
don't want to pull one over on him. We want to make light in the fact that we're fucking stupid, but not, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm playing it for the gag here. Oh, good. He liked it.
Good one.
We lead the kids to another room. Sharks, sea turtles, eels, and other marine life swim around in a massive floor-to-ceiling aquarium. The kids begin trying to take selfies with the sharks. Hugo leaves my side to separate two kids who started fighting over Capri Sun. I walk around the room, reading the tiny little blurbs about different fish swimming inside of the enclosure. After a while, I look around and see Hugo again. He's gazing up the aquarium in childlike wonder. The ripples in the water cast blue, moving shadows across his face. For someone surrounded by angry, hormonal preteens, he looks completely peaceful. He looks really cute in this light. I hope he doesn't notice me staring.
Wow.
I walk over to join him.
Beautiful, isn't it?
I'd rather stare at you. Learn a great deal from Mother Ocean. Are those two sharks kissing? Oh boy.
2 or 3 for sure. One's a little coming on a little heavy on the first date.
I don't know. Maybe he'd like it.
Yeah. I feel like he hasn't expressed in us yet. We gotta wait to like make sure
we
he's
can
into
make the
us.
first move, Ben. There's nothing wrong with that. But let's do the second one. We can learn a great
Sure.
deal. He's about learning. He's a teacher.
Yeah.
A great many mysteries lie in the ocean. It is truly fascinating to be able to observe it in such a setting like this. Like I said before, Italy is landlocked, and I had never seen the water before I was aged 27.
That's a very astute point, baby.
Wow, he liked it. We stand together for a moment, admiring the wonders of marine life. We eventually make our way to the touch tank room, which seems to be the only thing the kids are actually interested in. The touch tank is filled with a variety of horseshoe crabs, sea urchins, stingrays, and small fish. Did you know horseshoe crabs bleed blue blood?
No.
Yeah, it's like medicinal. They'll like bleed them and then release them back. Anyway,
Weird.
I stand around the edges of the tank and keep a wary distance from the sea life. Who knows what kind of nefarious plans those horseshoe crabs have for my well-moisturized hands? Hugo rolls up his sleeve and sticks his hand in the water.
Don't you want to pet some rays, baby?
Oh, I think I'm a good. I don't really, I should have just stay over here and admire them from a respectable distance.
Come on, it'll be fun and informative.
Don't make fun of me, but I'm scared to touch them. I get weird when there's no glass separating us. Like I said, I don't like the ocean because Italy's landlocked. I don't know what any of these things are, but I get the feeling they'll probably bite me in my delicate hands if given it the chance.
Nothing in this tank can hurt you. The stingrays have had their barbs removed. The horseshoe crabs only eat little clams, and the anemones are perfectly safe to the touch.
Against my better judgment, I approach the tank. Slowly dipping my hand into the cold water, I touch a stingray as it glides past me.
See? Not so bad.
It feels like a fun slimy leather.
Things get a lot less scary when you learn more about them, right?
I dive my hand back into the touch tank with renewed vigor for ocean life. I poke at some urchins and feel the hard carapace of a horseshoe crab. My hand brushes against Hugo as we reach for the same anemone. I pull away, blushing. Hugo smiles at me.
Hey, you're supposed to be touching the fish.
We're flirting! Sorry, I just get a little carried away sometime.
Wait. That girl over there looks suspicious.
Oh, why's that?
Are backpacks usually that wet? Hold on. Susan! Susan! Get back here!
Hugo runs after a middle schooler and catches her before she can make it to the exit.
Wanna tell me what's in the bag? Thanks, Meg. Wanna tell me what's really in the bag?
Susan won't budge. I walk over to Hugo and the girl. I think he might need a bad cop. Look, kid. We don't have time for games. That's an easy 5 to 10 in the clink. I'm not afraid to hit a child.
Jesus.
What do you think?
I like 2.
Okay.
2.
Yeah. Kind of be joking, but like, hey, kid.
Yeah.
I had a bud go down for that once. He came out a changed man. Said he missed the bars.
You're not a teacher. You can't tell me what to do. Yes, well, I am. Can you please put the bag down?
And next time, we want to say a please. Susan glares up at Hugo for a moment before dropping her book bag on the floor. It lands with a wet slap. We stare at it for a moment before it starts to move. Whoa. Hugo leans down and unzips the backpack. A horseshoe crab frantically scuttles out and across the floor. An employee swoops in, scoops it up, and puts it back in the tank. She gives us a disapproving look. Jesus, Susan. What was your plan?
I was trying to free him.
To where? Outside? Where he was gonna die?
Susan, go back to your group. We'll discuss this later.
Yeah, and here's where I can see him. Susan sulks off, leaving me alone with Hugo. He gives me a pat on the shoulder.
Middle schoolers have sticky hands. I doubt that's the first time that's happened here.
Or the last. In the next room, we see a variety of smaller tanks. Sea urchins, tiny fish, and a rainbow of beautiful underwater plant life surrounds us.
Oh.
Look over here.
Hugo points so some seahorses gather at the bottom of a tank. One of them is in the middle of giving birth.
That's actually the male seahorse. Sort of takes fatherhood to a new level, doesn't it? Hey kids, come check this out. There's a male seahorse giving birth.
A low murmur from the students. They just jump back on their phones. What? That's crazy. I don't believe that. Kids would totally want that.
No, kids don't want to see birth.
Dude, please.
Fun fact, male seahorses can even give birth and then get pregnant in the same day.
Oh, wow, that's nuts. Man,
Sound like some
we thought
loose
we
fish.
had it hard. Oh, Ben. I mean, you're not wrong.
Hey.
I wonder if they have to deal with their kids' awkward teenage years too. All, however, many thousand of them.
You seem to know a lot about our marine life, Hugo.
Yes.
It's not really my specialty, but I do make a point to learn as much as possible whenever I can.
Never.
I think that learning shouldn't end when you leave school. We should challenge ourselves to find out more about the things we don't understand
Just
every
remember,
day of our lives.
We're never learn.
Because, my dear, if you stop learning, I don't think you'll ever be able to grow or change as a person.
We'll never learn, never do it, never learn. A good point. But I still don't trust the ocean.
We'll get there.
We finally make our way over to my favorite part of the tour, the Arctic exhibit. Do we get to see the penguins?
Ah.
Yes, we get to see the penguins.
Hell yes. Our group of kids run around the exhibits. They won't stop tapping on the glass of the puffin enclosure, trying to get their attention. For at least a few moments, teachers, chaperones, and students alike seem to be having a great time. What was I so worried about? This isn't too bad.
Sweet Manchego.
Hugo suddenly grabs my arm.
Oh my god, there's a student in the penguin enclosure.
Wait, just kidding. It's very bad. Is it a one of ours?
I don't know.
It most certainly is. Molly Henderson, Susan's friend.
Oh my god, the devil children. I look over to the penguins and see a determined-looking kid crouching behind a rock. She's just hiding out of sight of one of the employees. Over on the side of the enclosure, I see the door next to the exhibit ajar. Was it unlocked this whole time? We gotta stop it before the staff sees and bans the school for life. Hugo looks around.
I'll create a distraction.
Hugo runs towards the puffin exhibit and addresses the entire room.
Everybody, I have an announcement.
The whole room turns towards Hugo.
Here's a few facts I bet you didn't know about penguins.
Everybody just stares at Hugo, confused. Well, this is my shot. I run into the enclosure and I'm greeted by a cold blast of air. Psst! Hey! The girl whips around to look at me. Her nose is pink from the cold. You can't be in here. I try to walk over to the girl, but the ground is so icy that I end up just slipping. I catch myself before I hit the ground, but the girl still laughs at me.
Contrary to popular belief, penguins are birds. Birds are traditionally known to fly, but penguins cannot. So I can understand some confusion when we're discussing the birdness of penguins.
The crowd is still somehow enraptured. A kid. Oh, what are you even doing here?
I'm letting the penguins go. They deserve freedom.
Where are they even gonna go?
They're gonna live in my closet.
Just like Mr. Popper's Penguins, my favorite book growing up. Look, I just don't have a time to argue about this. Oh, we gotta get out of here.
Not until I save a penguin. Little known fact is that penguins only live in cold climates. With some exceptions. So, they don't all live in cold climates if you're splitting hairs here. Did I mention that they don't fly?
The crowd is starting to lose interest. I'm running out of time. Lay down the law, try to relate to her, bribe her.
Bribe
her. I will give you a $20 right now if you leave her with me. Molly thinks for a second.
Okay, well, give it to me right now.
I reach into my pocket and pull out everything I have, examining each bill. Okay, well, I have a $12 and some change. Also, there's a button in here. Is that enough?
Pay me the other 8 later and we have a deal.
We move to shake on our arrangement before I suddenly realize there's a wave of penguins on their way out of the enclosure. We're gonna have to block these birds. Oh boy, there's like kind of a mini game. Oh boy.
Yep, block the birds. Block the birds, Abby.
I'm blocking them. Block that bird. Oh shit.
Block the bird.
Block.
Block
that
These poor
bird.
birds.
Block that bird. Oh boy. Get the fuck out of here, birds.
There's something wrong with these penguins.
I like that they're squeaky. They remind me of the penguin in Toy Story 2.
Yes.
Oh boy, I'm just hitting my own hands. Also, there's the devil
me about
child, Molly.
Try throwing some hands her way.
I'm trying. She's behind the rock. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Block
Gosh.
the birds,
I'm
Abby.
trying. Oh boy. Bribe that teen. Okay, money for the teen. I'm giving to the birds, but I need to give them to the teen. Yes, she's happy. Birds got a lot of money, but so did the teen.
Yeah, those birds got a lot of
I know,
money.
those birds are fucking rich as hell. Hey, they gotta afford their tuxedos. 0 penguins escaped! Ben, I blocked the birds!
That's an S.
Yeah!
S
Bribery works,
plus.
baby! I blocked those dang birds! Phew. Glad that's over. Just in time to... looks like Hugo is wrapping up his diversionary penguin speech.
Hey.
And that is why I think that penguins are one of the best animals in the world.
A few people in the audience clap out of a sense of duty. Everybody starts dispersing. Hugo spots us from across the way and runs over.
Molly, what were you doing in there? I'm liberating animals, Mr. Vega. You realize that the penguins can only survive in Arctic temperatures, right? You would have had a dead penguin on your hands. Well, it was the thought that counts.
No, Molly, it wasn't. Molly turns to me.
You owe me $8.
What?
What?
Just, I'll pay you later, kid. Molly runs off towards Susan. I suppose, so they can compare animal thief notes.
Oh.
You're not off the hook, Molly.
Ah.
Debbie, did you just bribe a child?
I bribed a child, don't know what she's talking about. Can't play by the rules and there are penguins on the line. I like the first or last.
Yeah, I like the first and last as well.
Which do you think?
Let's lay it all on the table. I bribed a child.
I bribed a child. It was the only way to get out of the exhibit. I'm not proud of what I've done.
I'm not proud of it either. Or of my penguin facts lecture, but at least we got her out.
Cool. He's pleased, or at least relatively.
Let's just get through the day and get out of here.
With the day finally coming to a close, the whole field trip is ushered through the gift shop and we make our way back to the school buses. As we leave the aquarium and the kids load onto the buses, Hugo pulls me aside.
Hey, baby, thank you so much for helping me out today. You're a lifesaver.
It was no problem. It was actually kind of fun.
Oh.
Let me take you out next time to make it up to you. You like cheese balls?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yes,
I love cheese
do.
boards. I'm all about cheese
I'm
boards.
all
There's nothing
about-
on earth more satisfying than a good cheese board.
I am all about cheese boards.
All about cheese boards.
Great, well, I gotta go make sure the kids don't steal anything else. See you around.
I walk inside to find the house empty. I wonder where's the pandas at? Before I know it, Amanda pops in through the front door. What you up to tonight?
Just doing some homework. How was the aquarium?
It was an adventure. A summer kid tried to steal a penguin.
Oh.
We've all been there.
I had to run in and grab it before any of the employees saw.
Hey.
You got to go into the penguin enclosure? Did you steal a penguin for us?
Amanda, no penguins were stolen, thanks to the valiant efforts of myself and Mr. Vega. It's a nice getting to spend time with Hugo, though.
I'm surprised he helped complete a covert op. He's usually kind of
Kind of a what?
a stick in the mud.
He's actually pretty cool. I had a good time with him. All right, too much of adventure to me today. I gotta go rest my eyes.
You mean take a nap?
There's a difference. You'll learn when you become a father. All right. Oh man, our confidence is low. Touch tank is pretty high though, so that's okay. Hell
Looks like
yeah!
Paradise
Oh.
Lost just got found.
Fuck yeah.
S for
Sex.
I was trying to think of a different word from sex, but I got nothing.
S for fuck. While I'm doing my afternoon word jumbles, I hear the mail truck pull in through the cul-de-sac. I wonder if I got any coupons today. The nice mail person slides a couple of letters and a large yellow envelope through the slot. It takes a couple of tries for them to get it in. Hey, my coupons! I take a closer look at the large yellow envelope. I lightly knock on Amanda's door. She probably has headphones on. Amanda? She yells through the door.
What?
I have something for you.
I'm kind of busy right now. Can you come back later?
Okay. Just thought you'd want this bigger yellow envelope we got from HIA. She's like trying to get into this photography school. Immediately, Amanda pushes the door open.
Oh, or an Institute for the Arts?
I mean, if you're busy, I can come back.
Father, please.
I hand her the envelope, which she tears open with her teeth. That's probably bad for your teeth. She doesn't seem to hear me and spits out a piece of envelope. She pulls out a letter and unfolds it. And? The suspense is killing me. This is her dream school. Amanda's face is unreadable.
I can't believe this.
Oh, honey, it's okay if you didn't.
I got in!
Oh!
I got in!
Amanda tosses the letter aside and gives me a big hug. Congrats, sweetie. That's amazing. I am so proud of you. She pulls away and looks at the letter again.
Oh my god, I really can't believe I got in.
Well, of course you got in. You're a great student. You nailed that interview, and your photography is incredible.
Wait, Dad,
Oh.
I know this one's really expensive, and it's so far away.
I think for a moment. HIA was one of the more expensive schools that Amanda applied to, but I know she's had her heart set on it for the longest time. It'll be a rough, but we're gonna make it work.
Really?
Of course. Amanda hugs me again.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad.
Okay, sweetie, we're celebrating tonight. A dinner, your choice, whatever you want.
Wherever?
Where never. Amanda and I walk along the bayside, tearing into our foil-wrapped burritos from a nearby food truck. You could have chosen anywhere in Maple Bay. Cost was not a determining factor.
Please, Dad, you know I'm a simple gal. Just give me a Rito with a view. I've never heard somebody call it a Rito, and I'm upset.
I
think
like
I'm
it.
upset.
I like it.
I think I'm really mad.
Okay, you're right. She should have called it a burr. I can't just say I'm mad.
I can.
Amanda and I sit on a patch of grass and watch ships sail lazily through the bay.
Yeah.
And the dorms are right near a bunch of cafes, and there are all these galleries nearby, and there's a discount if you bring your student ID, and...
Amanda, slow it down. You're gonna choke on your Rito.
I know, I just got excited. Did I mention that the students get their own studio space once they're seniors, and we get all the professional photo editing software for free?
It's nice to see Amanda so enthusiastic about HIA, but I wish she wouldn't do it in between bites of her burrito. I thought I taught her to chew with her mouth closed.
I wonder who my roommate's going to be. You take a survey online, they match you with somebody with a similar major and interest, I bet we're going to be best friends.
Craig and I were. A good roommate can be a lifelong friend. Don't even get me started on a bad roommates.
Oh no.
I'm just kidding. We didn't have a bad roommate. Our only other roommate was a puppy that Craig bought home one night. We spent a semester fabricating a story about a new foreign exchange student who had a really bad cough that sounded exactly like a dog's bark, but it turns out that it was just a me. Carl ruled.
Hey.
Oh, they let you have animals in the dorms if you get a note saying you need one. I bet I could forge one. I think I'd get a rabbit, or maybe a snake, or maybe both. Would a snake eat a rabbit, though?
Oh boy, I think I'll leave that all up to you. She's so excited. I don't want to disappoint her, but I need to be real for a second. So, you know I had that taco with Mr. Vega.
He didn't tell you about the dumpster fire, did he?
What? No. I don't want to put a damper on the good news, but I need you to knock it out of the park these last few months of school, okay? If you really want to go to Horns, we need to get her that scholarship money. I know you can do it.
Okay. I promise I'll try harder.
I pat her on the back. I think you can handle a 14-hour drive home for the holidays. There's going to be some treacherous ice roads to cross. And don't even get me started about the paranormal occurrences.
Well, it'll be worth it if I get to see you.
My eyes immediately well up with tears.
Oh, Dad, don't cry.
Sorry, I'm very, very proud of you. You are all grown up now, and you are such a good person, and I hope you know how important you are to me.
Dad, stop. You're gonna make me cry too.
It's too late, honey. It's happening.
Dad! I can't get tears in my burrito. It's gonna make it taste sad.
It's called a
Actually, just gonna make it saltier.
I know. Honestly, get some tears in that burrito. I pull Amanda in for a hug and kiss her on the forehead. I love you, kiddo.
Love you too, Pops.
Welcome.
All right, Hugo, date number 2. Let's do it. I should have taken Hugo up on his offer to hang out. I had a lot of fun with him at the aquarium. I type out a message to him on his dad book. Hey, still want a cheese board? Hugo responds within a few minutes.
Colin is being a humongous shithead. He won't stop sending the same picture of Jackie Chan in a mesh shirt to the printer. It's a nice picture, but he's wasting all my paper. Oops, sorry, meant that for another teacher. I know exactly the photo he's talking about, too.
Really? Oh my god, send it to me,
Yep.
please.
But seriously, he's insufferable. There's pictures of Jackie Chan everywhere.
I type back. Save a couple for me. My Jackie Chan scrapbook is a little light on content, and I think this would really round it out.
Ha! Let me get back to you after class ends.
I stand up from the computer and stretch. Welp, I guess that there's only one thing to do now.
Shave my pubes.
A data nap. Same thing. I hop on the couch and turn on some Antiques Road Warrior for background noise. I got this. Oh, wait, no. That's you, Benny.
I got this ornate cabinet from a yard sale for $5 in 1982. To be told that it was once belonged to a Confederate general is a huge surprise. This will feed my trop for weeks.
I really like the way the appraiser's voice echoes through the mouthpiece of his leather armor / bondage gear. Maybe this is that ASMR thing Amanda keeps telling me about. I drift off to sleep. I'm jolted awake by a dad message from Hugo.
Hey, sorry about that. Colin's in the principal's office now. He says he knows Jackie Chan personally, and Jackie won't be happy to hear this.
Oh my god. Oh, do you want to do that one?
Yeah. I get off work in a little while, and I continue to be very serious about the cheese boards.
Good. I fumble out a reply. Yeah, so am I. Hugo and I work out the details, and I'm all set to meet him in a few hours. Amanda walks in the door just as I'm about to leave. What's up, Buttercup?
Just getting home from school. Where are you going?
Oh, I have a meeting with the board.
The board?
A cheese board is what I meant. I'm getting cheeser with your teacher. Will you be able to fend for yourself until dinner time?
Yeah, I'll live, but only if I can talk him into going easy on me on the final.
Sorry, buddy. That ball's in your court. What's in my court, you ask? Just a variety of delicious cheeses, meats, and their accompanying crackers. Maybe some olives, a little bit of fig jam.
Yes, I get it. You're excited about the cheese.
Sweetie, you'll get it one day. But now I gotta go see a man about some machego.
Oh yeah, that classic Italian pronunciation coming in handy there. This date's gonna go real well.
I can impress him
Please
with all my
leave.
cheese knowledge.
Did you know cheese comes from milk?
You curdle it. I walk into a quaint French diner and Hugo waves me down to a booth in the corner. He looks pretty tired. A longer day?
I don't know.
Every day is a long day when you teach middle schoolers. Colin started a gambling ring. His pictures of Jackie Chan were just a cover. He's bartering in those little rubber band bracelets that are also shapes.
I know those. I forget what they're called. Is that a one that the parent thinks mean a sexist stuff?
Those ones, yeah. But the reports are just sensationalist news media capitalizing on the fears of suburban parents as usual.
I don't know.
At least, I hope.
Yikes.
Ah,
Right, now, I'm very ready for I'm
Whatever.
very ready for some fine wine and some delicious cheese.
A waitress stops by and takes our order for the biggest cheese plate you have. For the love of God, just please put cheese in my mouth, and recommends us some wine.
Do you two want a scorecard for trivia?
Oh, there's a trivia?
Do you like my French accent?
Oh, very
Yep.
good.
We're starting in a few minutes. Pretty much everyone here is playing.
My favorite part here is that it's clear that she's a woman. So thank you, Ben.
yes.
Yeah, no problem. It's as clear as this is a French restaurant. You can tell by the picture of the Eiffel
Uh-huh.
Tower in the background.
Oh, say no more.
We'd love to play, right, baby?
I still can't get over the name. Yeah, sure. The waitress hands us a scorecard and a few pencils before leaving. I might not be much help here. I'm not very good at being smart, I guess.
Come on, I doubt it'll be too hard. Baby!
I turn to see Matt and Brian here with their daughters, looking like they're ready for trivia. They come to our table to greet us. Hey guys, you here for the old question and answers game?
Yep, we come here every week, but Brian and Daisy can carry the team. Carmen, Sita, and I are just here for the cheese. Provolone 2, Lost in New York, have been getting reigning champions for the last month.
Man, Brian's great at trivia too. That raises the stakes. Great name though. A solid team name.
That's Carmen Sita's claim to fame. It hurts me how good I am at puns. Like father, like daughter.
Hey.
You guys gonna try to give us a run for our money? We'll see what we can do.
We're just here for the cheese too. We'll see what we can do to not hurt your feelings too bad. I will destroy you.
I will destroy you.
No way! They're gonna hate
I think
that.
Will he?
Yes!
Okay.
I'll do it, but
No, do the middle one. That's fine.
oh boy, Ben, this might be too much. I'll destroy you. I will erase your homesteads, burning your crops, assaulting the earth in my wake. You'll look up in the sky and ask of an uncaring God why you have been forsaken. You will hear nothing in return. Oh no! Oh boy.
Are we still talking about trivia?
I hope that we can have one goof up and still be okay. I don't know, Brian.
I'm sure.
Are we?
Oh.
We'll have to think up of a good team name, but I think this will be fun. Good luck.
Brian, Matt, and their daughters head back to the table. Well, I guess we need a team name.
Not any good ideas?
Easy, breezy, beautiful. Harvardy like it's 1999. Real Munsters. Craigslist, Swiss connections.
I bet that dude likes Prince. He seems like he could like get down with a Prince pun.
Is it that one? This guy?
Yeah, it's that one.
Okay. Harvardy. Oh wait, that's you.
Havati like it's 1999. That'll do just nicely.
The waitress comes by with our cheese board and we revel in its glory. Already I can see a piece of cheddar with my name on it. I pair it with some strawberry preserves and slide into dairy-induced ecstasy. What's wrong, Ben?
Who gets excited? Who is super excited for a cheese board and then they're like, oh yeah, cheddar.
Yeah, give me that fucking Velveeta slice, bitch.
Ooh, I want a slice of American on here. Great.
Oh yeah,
look,
white
guys,
American. Hell yeah.
I'm not comparing American and cheddar, but come on. If you're getting the cheese board.
Look at that bowl of cottage cheese. I'm just going to dig right on in.
Oh, they got string cheese?
There's such a fine variety of cheese and chartreuse. Chartreuse. Charcuterie that I'm positively overwhelmed. A quick dip into the seasoned nuts, a slice of savory yet salty Gouda, or perhaps a focaccia crisp topped with honey and goat cheese. Oh, goat cheese is fucking good as hell. I love goat cheese so much. I'm so happy. Hugo raises his glass at me.
Oh.
Cheers to cheese.
A middle-aged man in a backwards baseball cap, sunglasses, and cargo shorts jogs out of the back with the frenetic energy of a radio DJ.
Everybody ready for some trivia?
The restaurant cheers. Oh man, looks like everyone's really into this. Time to fucking destroy their crops and make them question reality.
Destroy their firstborn child.
Yes.
That's what I like to hear. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Quizmaster Quinn. My actual name's Richard. I just like alliteration.
More cheers.
I see some of you brought your children here tonight. That's cool. My children won't speak to me.
All right.
I'm just joking around. Classic Quizmaster Quinn humor. It's actually my wife that won't speak to me. She doesn't want kids. Let's get into some questions. The first category is literature. Oh, fuck yeah. Excellent.
I am sad.
You know who loved literature? My dead father. I looked up to him so much.
Nice.
More jokes! Classic Quizmaster quips. Just trying to keep it light here, folks. Just like I thought my wife was the light of my life.
Hugo, you got this literature stuff, right?
Ah.
Does Franz Kafka have an irrational fear of one day waking up as a large, grotesque, insect-like creature?
Yes, Metamorphosis. I've read it. I'm well read, Ben.
Good job,
yes?
Abby.
Thank you. I bet I got their name wrong, too. I'm pretty sure it's Metamorphosis, but honestly,
Yeah, no,
who
you got
knows? God, I get so nervous about names. Okay, anyway.
This is the continent that encompasses the realms of Gondor, Rohan, Mohar, Marhar, and Lothlorien.
Okay, nailed that.
Other notable sites include Isengard and Mirkwood and Rivendell. What's the elvish name for this continent?
Oh boy, the Lord of the Rings. The Rings.
Yep.
Endor? Hoth? God, we're gonna fuck it up with this dad.
I think it's 3. I think it's 3. It could be 4. It's not 1 or 2. Those are both Star Wars.
Okay. Who was the writer that created... Oh, sorry, that's you.
Who was the writer that created Tarzan and John Carter of Mars? I think it's No.
That seems... Alcott? Alco?
I thought he's supposed to know all this shit.
Should we look it up? We're gonna fucking fuck it up with his dad now, dude. Oh, no.
It's okay. Date 2 can go a little rough. That's fine.
I don't think so, Ben.
Abby, it's B.
Number 2, you mean?
It might be C. Yeah.
Done. Edmund. Oh.
Edmund Dantes is better known as this man.
Oh boy, why is this actually hard? Count of Monte.
I think it's the Count of Monte Cristo.
The quizmaster walks around the room. I think he's doing crowd work. He stops by mine and Hugo's table.
Whoa, nice cheese plate you got there.
Thank you.
How's that cheese tasting, big guy?
A good.
Great! Cheese used to be my favorite food too, but I developed a lactose intolerance later in life.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I also developed clinical depression.
Oh.
But people don't tell you to just get over your lactose intolerance, right? No, it's like, have you tried exercising to get rid of your debilitating teriyaki energy just to not let your throat close up when you eat brie? Anything? Is that scan? I'm trying to workshop my routine here.
Quizmaster Quinn wanders off to another table.
Who wants to start the next round?
More cheers from the audience.
The next round is cinema. Oh man. Okay, here we go. Sometimes I'll retreat to them for days on end because obsessing over a fictional universe is easier than engaging with my real emotions and problems.
Relatable.
Frodo Baggins, am I right?
Is he okay?
Oh.
I think it's just his character. I hope.
How's your cinema?
Hey.
Spotty, I don't know a lot about movies, but if there are any questions about bad horror movies, I can be of service.
Fun. That's an interesting one.
It's a bit of a guilty pleasure. In Return of the Jedi, what does Luke ask Leia if she remembers? What?
Their father, their promise, the Jedi Order, their mother. It's their mother, right?
Yeah? I don't remember that.
1, 2, 3, mother.
Correct.
Oh, thank God.
What entertainer makes a fourth wall breaking appearance in the film Gremlins 2? Oh, it's Ebert, I think. Oh,
Ebert? Hulk Hogan.
I thought it was the film guy.
Roger Ebert?
Yeah.
Hulk
the
Hogan.
The timeline is either. I don't think it's Hulk Hogan.
Okay.
I think it's Emilio Estevez.
Okay.
Incorrect.
Ben, no!
Fuck. Which of these 80 horrors movies does not feature an Indian burial ground as part of its setting?
Poltergeist definitely does.
I think it's I think The Shining is an allegory for it, but it's no. They talk about it. I don't know what Within the Woods is. And
Is it asking which one does?
does not.
I know Poltergeist definitely does.
My best guess is 2, just because I don't know that movie.
I feel like I kind of remember.
I feel like I kind of
Is
remember
this one
Pet Cemetery
glitched?
having a thing.
Is this like a typo and it's glitched?
What?
I feel like it's Poltergeist. I'll do Within the
Well,
Woods.
I think The Shining and Pet Cemetery both do.
Really?
I mean, so The Shining, there's like a big essay I once read about how it's a metaphor for the decimation of the Native American people.
Oh, really?
And there's like a bunch of points of evidence that it points to, and I think one of them is that they mention that the hotel was built on an Indian burial ground.
Wow.
And
Okay.
I feel like
Interesting. Okay, let's do Within the... I mean, Pet Cemetery almost feels like it's trying to seem like it is. You know what I mean?
yeah, go for that one.
Okay. Ugh.
No.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck.
Seems like we're doing pretty well, but we're neck and neck with Brian and Matt's team. Those guys are pros. Are we doing well, though? I don't know if we are. I look over to their table and give them a friendly but competitive nod. I lock eyes with Brian. He gives a much sterner nod.
And the next category is wrestling.
Where's Dan?
Fuck, yeah, call Dan.
Okay, we're totally boned. Hugo grabs my arm.
Oh.
Wait, I got this.
Huh?
You know who I would want to wrestle with? Literally anyone. I crave human interaction. Please, put me in a chokehold. Please, it has been so long since I have been held.
I'm so sad.
I can only process my emotions by making jokes out of them.
Hey.
Let's start the quiz. Remember that this is the lightning round. The first people to answer get the points.
I look over to Hugo. He's focused. He's in it to win it.
Question 1. What was the original name of Stone Cold Steve Austin in his debut for the WWE?
Hugo's hand shoots up.
Yes, the enthusiastic one over there. Steve Austin debuted as the Ringmaster.
Oh.
That is correct. Points to Havarti like it's 1999.
Oh.
Next question. This city was the location of the first ever WrestleMania.
Yes.
Hugo's hand shoots up again.
Where is he doing the fucking literature round? Yes, the one who looks like he has known the answer for this his entire life.
Is Hugo a fraud?
The first WrestleMania was held in New York at Madison Square Garden in 1985.
Wow, what a nerd.
Another correct answer for Havarti like it's 1999.
Hugo's destroying these questions. He's so passionate about this. I've never seen him act like this before. It's honestly kind of hot.
Oh, tough one. This title match went down in history as the shortest match at WrestleMania to date.
Hugo jumps up, more excited than I have ever seen him.
Yes.
Chavo vs. Kane.
Incorrect.
Oh, sorry, Bucko, but that is incorrect. The actual answer is Daniel Bryan vs. Sheamus at WrestleMania 28. No, that's absolutely wrong. The real record is Chavo Guerrero vs. Kane, WrestleMania 24, March 30th, 2008. Kane took down Chavo with one of his choke slams and pinned him for the 3 count. I will not stand for this travesty.
Sad Master Quill.
Hey man, I'm just reading from the card here. I don't actually write these. Well, you're still wrong. What are you, my ex-wife?
The crowd erupts in laughter. Hugo blushes. He retreats back into his chair.
Fine.
Wow, Hugo seemed really fired up about that. Where did he get his encyclopedic knowledge of wrestling? How do you know so much about wrestling?
Oh, you just pick stuff up.
That sounds suspect, but it seems like he doesn't want to talk about it. I turn my attention back to the Quizmaster.
All right. Looks like we're down to the final category.
This is
And it's a
Quizmaster.
close one between Provolone 2, Lost in New York,
Brian and Matt, high five.
and Havarti like it's 1999.
Hugo and I high five. We look over at Brian and Matt, Carmencita and Daisy, all playfully give us a thumbs up, thumbs down, and stick their tongues out. I eat a big chunk of cheddar without breaking eye contact to show them just how serious I am.
The final category is cool animals. Animals, huh? I could never take care of any other living thing. I never could take care of another living thing. Hell, I can even barely take care of myself. I'm falling apart. Anyway, here's the questions. The Canary items were named after what kind of animal?
Birds. Doi.
Is it?
Canary.
Is this a trick? And are we getting tricked? All right.
What?
Yeah, I knew it was a trick.
Fuck.
I knew it was a trick. What is the last animal that appears in the dictionary? Zebra?
Zebu? I want to go with the Weevil one.
Sure.
Ziziva?
I mean, that would be the last one.
I do like Zonky though.
Although I think in a dictionary, would that be there, or would it just be listed under, like, would Weevil just be there? Do they get into types of animals?
Probably. Why not? Yeah, probably. I'm gonna go for it.
Correct.
Yes.
Nice. What mammal has the thickest concentration of fur in nature?
Oh, it's otters, right? I'm pretty sure it's otters.
Nice.
'Cause that's how they
Yeah.
That's how they can swim in cold water. It's like an insulator. But if they had like clean themselves all day long, because if they don't, then they could die because like the insulation won't work properly.
Whoa.
Correct.
That's
Yeah.
cool. All right. I'm just going to come around and collect your scorecards, and we'll see who come out on top. Remember, the winning team gets a $25 gift card to Phil's Auto Care. If you need a car part, Phil's will willful all your needs.
Phil's will fulfill. What a fun tongue twister. Everyone oohs and ahs.
Ooh,
God, I want that gift card. The quizmaster goes into the back to tally up the score. I pick at what's left of our cheese plate. There's a bit of brie here that tastes absolutely divine on a cracker with a little bit of honey and dried apricot.
So, what are your plans after our big win?
I'll probably retire, take Amanda out somewhere tropical, drink something out of a coconut. Always wanted to do that. What about you?
Probably take my winning to Colin's gambling ring. Bet it all on black. Walk out of there with more rubber bands in the shape of animals than I know what to do with.
Bold, but I like your style.
You want the last piece of Havarti?
Nah, that's all of you. You definitely earned it. After a couple of minutes, Quizmaster jogs back into the room. Everyone immediately quiets down, waiting with bated breath for their results. Who will win the coveted gift card? I really hope it's us.
Hey, everybody! We've had a great night. Lots of goose, lots of laughs, a little bit of crying in the back, but that's neither here nor there. It was a close game, but the winner of tonight's trivia score contest is... Buck!
No!
Provolone 2, lost in New York. Come on down and get your gift card for Phil's Auto Care. Phenomenal services.
Ben, I think we may have picked the hardest dad again. I think we fucked ourselves over once
Well, he's not
again.
the hardest dad after this date.
Oh, boo, but also boo us.
God, I can't do this anymore. Please just take the gift card.
Brian and Matt run up to grab the coupon and bow to the roaring applause of the crowd. I do my best to convey to Hugo a sense of appreciation for his hard work at trivia, with only eyebrow raises and a shoulder shrug.
We'll get him next time, baby.
They haven't heard of a last of a Havarti like it's 1999. Hugo and I walk back towards the cul-de-sac, full of cheese and a sense of defeat. Brian's good, but I saw some tactical weakness there, which I think we can exploit for the next trivia night.
Oh.
He seemed weak on literature. I think if we can establish ourselves early on, it would hurt team morale. Maybe it would get them more focused on the cheese and winning.
You're right. And next time, we'll be prepared. A shame about that one wrestling question, though.
I'm not kidding. I plan to write a strongly worded letter to whoever employed that man.
Come on, there's gotta be a story there.
What do you mean?
You didn't even stop to think. You pulled that wrestling knowledge out like you were there at the ring yourself.
Oh, it's just stuff I know. He did say he liked big arms, right? And like big muscles.
Ooh! Should
his
we
dating
ask
profile?
again or drop it? I don't want to push too hard.
I don't want to push too hard, but he doesn't seem like too... Like, he seems like maybe just a little more nud.
Oh, God.
I don't know.
We've
I go
fucked
either
this
way.
date up. Who fucking cares? Let's ask again. Hugo, I figured you'd better be a better at lying after dealing with kids in school for as long as you have.
It's embarrassing.
Ask again. We're
Yeah.
committing to it.
Yeah.
You know what's actually embarrassing? Not being able to explain basic algebra to your daughter. That's a me. I do not know math.
I know you're a moron.
I'm a stupid. You know what's definitely not embarrassing? Knowing stuff about wrestling. Hugo sighs.
Oh, no.
Oh, fuck yes, finally!
Oh, yeah. All right. If you really want to know, just follow me.
Hugo leads me to his house on the edge of the cul-de-sac. We step inside, and his house is exactly what I expected it to be. Neat and filled to the brim with books and art. Is this neat? Is this neat?
No.
Is this neat,
No.
game?
No,
Is
not at
this
all.
neat? What part of
This is
this
not-
is neat?
Not even the shelves are neat.
No.
Welcome to my home. Sorry it's so messy.
What? His house is actually spotless. What?
It's not. I think we just have very low standards.
Maybe he means clean, but not organized. You know, there's like a difference.
Sure.
That's what that's how I'm interpreting this.
Like you just moved in somewhere and it's still kind of a mess,
Yes.
but it's like not messy.
Or like we just came here and put down that teacup and all the books and like shoved shit onto the floor and like we're the problem here.
Oh, your house is great. You're just like throwing shit around.
I follow him down a hallway. What are we doing? Hugo opens the door and ushers me inside. It's pitch black. He closes the door behind us. Hugo flips a switch and I finally understand. Curio cabinets packed with in-box wrestling action figures line the walls, along with posters, cardboard cutouts, and every piece of wrestling memorabilia imaginable. A giant widescreen TV sits on a decked-out media stand. I'm speechless. I look over at Hugo, who's hovering by the door, doing everything to avoid eye contact.
This is really embarrassing.
Coolest thing I've ever seen. Oh, wow. Not a lot of people have seen this, huh? I like coolest thing I've
Not
ever
a lot
seen.
of people. Okay.
We need to fucking butter this dude up, Ben.
I feel like with the last one, we're like making ourselves seem important and intimate in his life, you know? Just like, we're sharing a really special connection right now,
Yeah,
huh?
but I also feel like he's so shy about it that I want to reassure him that this is fucking rad.
All right, I think he's gonna be like, "Oh, this isn't cool at all," but it'll still be nice.
All right, I'm gonna do it because sorry.
He's gonna deflect, but I think it's gonna be well. Nice.
Are you kidding? Oh, look at all of this stuff. It must have taken you forever to collect. Can I touch this?
Go ahead.
I pick up one of his replica championship belts and toss it over my shoulder. Do you smell what I'm a-cooking?
Oh.
Well, I think the line is.
It's a meatballs. Oh, wait, no, wait, finally! It's a meatballs. I'm a-cooking a meatballs.
Holy shit! This whole video's
I've
paid
found
off up
myself.
until this moment.
It's a meatballs. Yummy. A spicy meatballs, if you would.
I would.
Sorry, I don't watch a lot of wrestling. I think it's cooler how passionate you are about this.
Ah.
Oh, yeah. I really like wrestling.
He's blushing so hard right now.
Hugo, you brought the wrong kind of pizza rolls again.
This is
oh
his
wait,
son.
that's his kid. Hugo, you bought the wrong kind of pizza rolls again.
Looks like Ernest just got home. He's yelling from the hallway. I can see Hugo immediately deflate.
Are we gonna have to beat up his shit kid?
Dude, I hope so.
I told you those pizza rolls have less sodium. I just want you to be healthy, son.
That said, fucking pizza rolls are delicious, and if you get the shitty version, then fucking why even do it?
Yeah.
Ernest comes into Hugo's wrestling room and looks around with disgust. He notices me and scoffs.
I thought nobody was allowed in your precious wrestling room. I never said that. I said you're not allowed to take the action figures out of their boxes and pose them so that they're having sex with one another.
Ernest gets flustered.
Yeah, well, whatever. I'm gonna go throw eggs at stuff. Have fun with your stupid wrestling crap.
Ernest leaves, then a moment later pops his head back in the room.
And your stupid friend.
Ernest storms back out of the room. I hear a door slam. Hugo wearily runs his hands through his hair.
Sorry about him. And sorry that I have to keep apologizing about him. He's going through a phase, I guess. I try so hard to impress him, but it's obvious that no matter what I do, he hates me. Ernest has a thing against authority figures, and you don't get much more authoritative than a teacher dad. My ex, he gets to be the fun weekend dad, and I'm just Hugo, who makes Ernest eat his vegetables and turn his homework in on time.
Hey, you love him and you're looking out for his best interests. Take it from one dad to another. Someday he'll come to appreciate you. Maybe not a someday soon, but someday.
I hope so. Thanks for letting me vent.
Hugo glances at his watch.
Suppose it's getting kind of late. Let's do trivia again sometime soon.
I would absolutely love to. I start to leave. And hey, thanks for showing me your wrestling stuff. Maybe you can tell me more about it next time, and I'll make you another spicy meatball. Hugo smiles.
Ah.
That would be amazing. I'll catch you around.
It only takes me a minute to walk back home. Amanda's sitting on the couch reading a book about female photographers. Wow, I thought you didn't like our reading.
Like, this house looks less messy to me than the other one. I don't. This book is all pictures. And even they in my patience is being right. I can read words.
She had a stroke in the middle of that sentence, so that's okay.
Did you get to eat all of the cheese your little heart desired?
I am a happy little cheese monster. Ay, 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 ay. But I made sure to leave for dinner. What's breakfast for dinner? Ooh.
Hash browns!
Hash browns are fucking good as hell. Also, she has an egg pin that I truly want.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Toast dipped in egg.
All right.
Blueberry pancakes.
Well, only if you help me make them.
You know I'm the world's best blueberry sprinkler and also totally amazing at heating up the maple syrup in the microwave. What?
Yeah, that's a little extreme.
Now tell me about the cheese board.
Amanda and I spend the evening cooking an elaborate breakfast with everything we can find inside of the fridge. I tell her about the trivia, but leave out the parts about Hugo being into wrestling. I figure she would probably find some nefarious way to use that information for a better grade. Oh boy, I'm nervous about her grade, Ben. I think it's going to be bad.
I'm thinking a B.
Oh no.
I feel like we really came through in the end.
The dad points are fucking trash. I've never seen dad points that bad.
Gold star for good behavior.
We
Nice.
did okay.
We did okay.
Thank God. Well, it's been a long day. I'm just about ready to pack it in. After a few bites of ice cream from the freezer, I turn off all the lights and walk back down the hall to my room. I wonder if Amanda's still awake. That kid needs some sleep. As I pass her room, I can hear a faint sound, but can't quite make out what it is. I get a little closer. Is she crying? I knock gently on the door. Hey, Amanda? The crying immediately stops.
Not right now.
Her voice sounds strained. She sniffles. I need to make sure she's okay. I open the door. In the dark, I can see Amanda's outline in the middle of her bed, knees hugged up against her body. Is everything okay?
I don't want to talk about it.
Did something happen or leave her alone?
She's fine.
Leave her alone?
Yeah, teens cry.
Alrighty. Alrighty. I'll leave you a be. I back out of the room and close the door gently behind me. She immediately starts crying again. Wow. I have no idea what has her so upset. She seemed totally normal. I feel awful just leaving her to cry, but I also get the feeling that if I tried to do anything else, it would only have made her more upset. I can't stop mentally cycling through all sorts of awful stuff she could be dealing with right now. More than anything, I just want her to be happy and safe. I have a hard time falling asleep. When I finally do, I'm still thinking about Amanda. After a long night of very little sleep, I roll out of bed and make myself a pot of coffee. Amanda should be up for school soon. Maybe she'll be willing to talk about whatever's been bothering her. About 10 minutes before she's supposed to leave, Amanda comes out of her room and makes a beeline for the freezer. Morning, Amanda.
Morning.
She drops a frozen waffle into the toaster and slams the freezer door. She won't look at me. Yikes. So, anything big going on at school today?
No.
Okay. Do you need a ride to school too?
No.
Want some coffee? Amanda pulls the toaster lever up and takes her still freezer-burned waffle out before it's finished cooking.
I have to go.
Amanda picks up her bag and storms out. Ooh. Oh, okay. I haven't seen her act like this in a long time. It's usually short-lived, but it always hurts. Hopefully this blows over and things are back to normal soon. I sit back at the kitchen table and look at a picture of Amanda and I hanging on the wall. In it, I'm teaching her to ride a bike. Her face is a mixture of excitement and pure, unadulterated fear. I remember how determined she was. Every time she would fall off and scrape her knees, she would get back up and try it again. Finally, I had to stop her because she was bleeding everywhere. Then she started to cry because she didn't think she needed bandages and wanted to keep trying. As I put the bike away, she just stood in the middle of the street and screamed. Then I took her for ice cream and it was like nothing even happened. After giving it a bit of thought, I decided that if I force her to talk about it, I'm only going to make things worse. But I have an idea. I start rummaging around for ingredients. I hear Amanda walk in the door. Instead of heading to the kitchen like she normally does, she makes a beeline to her room. She's clearly trying to avoid me. Hey, a pumpkin?
What?
Can you come here for a sec? There's a moment of silence.
Yeah.
I wanted to say sorry about it last night. I'm just so worried about you, kiddo. I get scared when I know something's wrong, and even more scared when I feel like I can't do anything about it. So just, whatever it is, and you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but whatever it is, just know that you have a dad in your corner who wants you to be happy.
Oh, no.
Honey, you know I'm bad with words, so I was hoping I could speak a language we both understand.
Italian?
I pull a cake out of the refrigerator and place it on the table. Hopefully the frosting is set by now. Ta-da!
Dad.
It took me a really long time because I ran out of red frosting somewhere around sad and had to start over and... Great cake, by the way.
Great cake. This is beautiful.
It's strawberry. Amanda gives me a big ol' hug. I grab some plates and forks and serve up some delicious cake.
So, it's really stupid.
What is?
This whole thing. I know I've been really weird lately, and there's just... I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I might have to make you a chart.
I'm listening. Do you want me to take a note?
Oh, boy. All right. I guess I should start from the top. So you know how Emma R is going to that fancy art school in California, right?
Emma R. The one who puked and dead, Gotham Beyond, the best friend, the other one.
That one's on you.
Oh, fuck. I'm gonna do the best friend. The other one? Oh, farts. Oh, boy. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. My eyes are closed. The other one. Okay. Okay. Whew.
I guess you're not technically wrong.
It's good to have a fallbacks like that one.
Oh.
Anyways, ever since she got the acceptance letter, I've been feeling like she's drifting away, you know? And she's been spending a lot more time with Grace and Emma P. I just thought it was all in my head for a while, but I found out from Rosie M that a bunch of the Emmas, Grace, and Noah all went to a party at Mackenzie F's on the same night. They all told me they were busy studying for the Calc AB final.
Yikes.
So another important piece of information is, God, this is embarrassing. I have a crush on Noah, and that's a thing.
What? Oh, whoa. I had no idea. I definitely didn't know that, okay?
You're a bad liar.
So are you.
I learned from the worst.
Oh, no.
Anyway, the only person I told about the crush was Emma R, and she promised not to tell anybody. I didn't confront them about the party thing because I didn't want to start drama, so I kept quiet and kept going about my business.
Amanda sighs.
And then one day I invite everybody to go get nachos at the mall, and after not texting me back for like 2 hours, even though none of them ever put their phones down for more than 60 seconds, they all say they're super busy, like simultaneously. So I tell them, never mind, I'll just eat nachos at home, right? But we're out of chips, and I really, really wanted nachos.
Totally understandable.
Ugh.
So I go to the mall anyway. I go to the food court, and who do I see there but Grace, Emma P, Emma R, and Noah, all hanging out together and eating nachos without me.
What?
It gets better. I'm standing by the escalators watching them, and I realize that Noah has his arm around Emma R, which is kind of weird, right? But then they kiss.
No.
Yes, I know. So I storm over there, and I'm like, hey. And Grace drops a nacho on her shirt because she does, and Emma R just glares at me.
Grace. Grace. Nothing is coming up. I don't know who that is. Grace is the boring one, gossipy one. Did she poop the bed too? Gossipy one, I feel like. Boring or gossipy? I'm going to do gossipy.
I don't know.
Oh, phew.
I know. Huh. Grace is the one nobody really likes, or I guess that's me now. But anyway, nobody will say anything, and I'm just like, you guys suck, which I realize is not the most eloquent thing to say, but I was very angry and really embarrassed, and I just wanted to get out of there. So I left without nachos, might I add, which only further contributed to the shitty day, and immediately drafted a super long text to the group asking them why they've been so weird. And I wrote another one to MR asking how long the Noah thing's been going on, and sorry, I know that's a lot. You still following?
What did MR say? Get a little confused.
Yeah.
What did MR say?
What did MR say? Oh, okay, get a load of this. MR says, you know what? Let me just read it to you.
Amanda pulls out her phone and reads, word for word, an arduously long string of text messages.
Can you believe that?
I cannot believe that.
I literally cannot
I
right
cannot, Amanda. I cannot. I care so much about Amanda's social life and mental well-being, but man, do I not understand what she's talking about. This is all beyond me, but I'm trying my hardest to be supportive.
now. Seems pretty straightforward to me.
I know.
They were dating in secret for like months. So I told her that she's being a really terrible friend, and she's like, well, if you think I'm so terrible, then just stop being my friend. And I was like, okay, and then she left me on read, and then...
Wait, left me on read? What is that?
Oh, like she saw my message and didn't reply. And no, it's because there are read receipts.
I don't know what read receipts are, but I'm just going to nod and pretend I understand. Abby here, I have read receipts on, and I think everybody should. That way you'll know when someone's actually ignoring you versus just busy. Read receipts are a fucking godsend.
No, you already know that people... You already know.
No.
Even without read receipts, you know. Because if it's more than 24 hours, they've read your text.
Okay, if it's fucking more than 24 hours, there's another issue going on, and that person needs to just, like, not text, I guess. Anyway, moving on.
They add too much social stress to the situation. You don't need that.
They get rid of the stress. You know what's going on.
So while this is all happening, I'm talking to Emma P about how mad I am because she's at least being kind of reasonable, and I'm venting to her about how pissed I am at everybody and stuff. Look, Abby. I love our daughter, but I'm trying to get it on with a dad. All right, this is like...
I like the daughter stuff.
I like the daughters. I think it's well written, but I'm here for love. I'm here for me.
Ben.
My daughter will find love. She's a teen.
Ben.
And
the only way we can find love is if we're fulfilled inside. And part of that fulfillment is having a good relationship with our daughter.
And you know what the other part of that fulfillment is?
Fucking.
Yes. And I'm not going to... Okay.
Look, we're almost there, Ben. We're almost there.
Listen, Amanda. Just deal with it, is what I would say at this point. But
wow, you're a bad
Amanda. And then, out of nowhere, Noah texts me and is like, how could you say that about me? And I'm like, say what about you? And he tells me that Emma P sent screenshots of everything I told her in the group chat, and I got kicked out of.
Oh, boy. Alrighty, I think you lost me at screenshots, but that definitely sounds bad.
There's so much more, but honestly, it's all just really stupid teenager stuff. The whole thing is stupid. The bottom line is that everybody dropped me, half my grade hates me, and now I have no friends.
Amanda, I am so sorry.
I almost expected it from everyone else, but Emma R has been there since Mom died. I can't believe she would just stab me in the back like that. I'm not even that mad that she's dating Noah. I'm just upset that she lied to me about it for so long.
Amanda stabs the remnants of her cake.
Okay, I take it back. I'm kind of mad she's dating Noah. Like, what did I do wrong? Why did everyone just suddenly decide I'm not cool anymore? Why wasn't I enough? I don't understand. It's because your dad started dating your teacher.
No!
And as mad as I am that everybody, like, I miss them, Dad.
Amanda looks so dejected, I almost can't take it. What could I possibly say to help?
Anyways, that's it. That's the whole sword tale. Thanks for listening. Tune in next week for more hot goss.
Wow.
I know it's pretty dumb. Almost as dumb as your accent.
I think, hey, it's not dumb. My accent is not a dumb.
No, it's a stupid thing to be upset over.
Amanda, your feelings are real. Don't ever be mad at yourself for having feelings.
I guess.
Unless you've secretly been a robot a whole time who's approximating human feelings this whole time.
Dad, if I was a robot, I would have transformed into a monster truck a long time ago.
But seriously, you know you probably don't want this advice, but I feel like it's my duty as a dad to bestow upon you a few nuggets of fatherly wisdom. I think not all friendships last forever.
High school sucks.
No.
High school sucks.
Ben.
Well, no, because listen, hear me out. She got into the new college and she's super excited for that. And you'd be like, look, high school fucking sucks. It's all about learning that people are shitty. And then you go to college and you meet some cool people actually.
It's so
and you hang out.
dismissive of her feelings because it's
No, it's not.
It
we just told her
is.
to never be sad about her feelings.
That's being like, hey, your life right now fucking sucks.
No. I'm not. There's a difference between high school sucks and like your friend. Like this situation sucks. High school sucks. No matter who you are, no matter where you are, there are parts of high school. High school is all about learning how life sucks.
Yeah, but like this is not about how high school is bad for her right now. It's about how her friends are bad for her right now.
But then if we tell her not all friendships last forever, then we get it in her head and she's like, oh, what if these
No
friends
way.
I'm meeting
That's
aren't
an important
actual...
truth. Want to do compromise and do the middle one?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. When you get older, you start realizing the sort of people who want you to associate yourself with. Do you really want to surround yourself with people who do something like that to their friend? It takes a lot of work to find and maintain meaningful friendships. It took me a long time to figure that out myself. I wish I had learned it sooner. Oh boy. If the other person isn't putting the effort in to show you how much they care, it's not worth it. You're not beholden to being their friend. Ultimately, I think this says way more about their character than it does about you, because you're amazing. And if they can't see that, well, that's their problem. Oh boy, maybe that wasn't a great answer. Oh boy. I looked down at the table.
I don't care about my relationship with my daughter. Just get me back to that teacher.
Did we just eat that whole cake?
Yes, we did just eat that whole cake.
Well, a good talk. Amanda gets up and goes to her room. Before she closes the door, she turns around.
Hey, Pops.
Yes?
Thank you.
You are always a welcome. I love you, Amanda.
I love you too, Dad.
Well, she said it.
It's crazy. I was like, oh, Ben already said his line.
Wow, Ben nailed it.
All right, do we have time for the last date?
Let's do it.
All right, good. Let's do this final one.
We really got to hit it out of the park. I feel like we can't rest on our laurels.
No, I am sure we are committing to this dad, even though the second date was basically a fucking disaster.
Oh, it ended nice.
That's true.
Sometimes you go on sometimes a bad date can actually be like way more bonding if you guys both
true.
end up in a decent place after it.
Yeah, that's true. Ever since the first night at Charcuterie Pies, charcuterie? I don't know.
Charcuterie pies.
Charcuterie Pies. Hugo and I have made a point out of weekly visits to trivia night. Oh my god, that sentence. Harvardy, like it's 1999, has come in first place ever since, despite Provolone 2 Lost in New York's continual efforts to dethrone us. Hell fucking yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna fucking ruin your crops. I've been able to do a complete overhaul of the interior of my car thanks to all of the Phil's Auto Care gift cards we've received. Air fresheners, car chargers, you name it. Amanda's riding in the lap of luxury. Aside from the trivia night, I don't actually get to see Hugo a lot. The end of the school year is coming up, and he seems to be having a lot of trouble dealing with the stress of teaching. I should go do something nice for him. Maybe help him take his mind off of screaming teenagers. Books? He likes books, but I would have no idea where to start with that. He probably reads more books in a month than I've read in the past year. I know he's really into wrestling, but he's been reluctant to talk about it since he showed me his wrestling room. I know he's kind of shy about it, but maybe... whatever. Let's roll the dice. I think I have a plan.
Hey, all right, folks. Looks like we finally have the points tallied and we're ready to announce our winner. You know who else is a winner? Me, because I finally seen how beautiful and loving my wife is.
A few weeks ago, all of the regulars staged an intervention for Quizmaster Quinn, and we sat down in a circle and told him that we wanted to see him be better and love himself. He agreed to start going to couples therapy with his wife, and last time he told us that they adopted a dog together.
Aw, that's great.
That is great.
I love you forever, my Quizmaster Queen.
New Twitter handle. I can't tell which version of Quinn I prefer.
Oh.
There were things to like and dislike about both, huh? And the winner is, for the fourth week in a row, Havarti like it's 1999.
Hugo and I cheers our small slices of Shambert, and I go to accept our gift card. Shambert, and I go to accept our gift card, along with an uncomfortably long hug from Quizmaster Quinn.
May Havarti like it's 1999's reign be as long and as wonderful as my marriage to my beautiful wife.
We make our celebratory round of high fives to the rest of the teams and sit down and finish our cheese board, savoring every last bit of burrata with pesto and slices of tomato.
Pesto?
Is that what that said? I like pesto better. I don't know what you eat, but I eat fucking pesto, okay? I'm from Italy.
Look, I'm a kindergartner and I eat pesto.
Yes. Like, if you ever go to Italy and you ask for pesto, they're going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's pesto, okay? We're a landlocked country and it's pesto. Hey, I got a surprise for you.
For me?
Yes, and for once, it isn't a more cheese.
Well, if you think you can somehow top that, be my guest.
I pull out a book that I've been carefully hiding in one of my pockets and slide it over to Hugo.
Oh.
Hugo picks up the book and reads the title aloud.
Harry Butt's Crapper Keeper.
I wanted to get you a book, but I figured you probably already owned every classical piece of literature, so I thought this would be fun. For when you're pooping.
Hey.
Hugo laughs. You should flip through it. Hugo looks up at me and raises an eyebrow. After flipping through a couple pages, he finally comes across a small gift I strategically hid inside.
Yes.
You're kidding me.
Hugo looks around, worried that he made a scene. He leans in.
You're kidding me.
Hugo pulls out the wrestling tickets I hid inside of the Crapper Keeper.
This is to the World Wrestling Federation. No, this is to the World Federation of Wrestling's Power Slam series.
You've been working so hard lately. You've been working so hard lately. I thought you'd like them.
Like them? I love this. Thank you. But wait, there's two?
Yeah, I figured we could go together.
Huh?
You'd go with me?
Heck yeah. I need you to explain the finer points of wrestling to me, though. Hugo gets up, walks around the table, and effortlessly picks me up in a big bear hug.
Well, we are only 3 feet tall.
As he is strong the whole time. Ben, remember when you thought I was 4 feet tall?
I didn't think you were 4 feet tall.
Ben.
But
you sincerely thought I was 4 feet tall.
No, I sincerely thought you were 5 feet tall.
No, you thought I was like 4'11", I believe is what you said.
Okay, that's different than 4 flat.
Barely, Ben.
Look, I'm 6 foot fucking 10. Everyone looks 4 feet to me.
Ben, read your line.
Thank you.
I let out a little squeak to sort of say, you're welcome. It's the night of Power Slam.
Yeah.
This is fucking great.
Oh, hell yes.
Hugo shows up at my doorstep in a loud, oversized wrestling tee. Fuck yes. Genuine wrestle boy. He's a little blushy and extremely cute. We drive about an hour to another city for the big event. Hugo spends the entire ride teaching me the basics of wrestling and the terminology I need to know. So, it's a fake, right?
Well, yes and no. While wrestling in the act of hurting another wrestler is fake, the work requires remarkable athleticism and often results in actual injury. Those people are getting hurt, sure, but not in the way we're led to believe. Historically, wrestling as we know it today was created by carnival workers to fix gambling, and the people who actually believe it to be real and would bet on these matches were called marks. But I am a smark. That we know of that it's technically fake, but still choose to suspend our disbelief makes us smarks.
Oh my god, I can't believe that's actually fucking real. So, should I be watching for the acrobatics?
And the tension, and the drama, and even the storylines. I think that everything or anyone can tell a good story. You just have to look for the story. Even something like what was about to experience will tell you a phenomenal, sometimes understated story despite a ridiculous premise. I wonder if we ask like Jeff and Dan, they'll say that the wrestling stories are phenomenal.
Oh, I have heard Dan say this word for word, no question. Oh, wow.
Ah.
What?
I just, I really wouldn't have pegged you for a huge wrestling fan, but I would have just, never mind.
Nobody does. I get it. I'm the button-down teacher type. I like poetry and art history. I write dissertations on heavy tomes by Russian authors for fun. But I like wrestling. It's a big part of who I am, but because it's considered kind of lowbrow, I feel like I can't share it with anyone because they'll just make fun of me.
Till now? Hugo smiles to himself.
Oh.
Till now.
Fuck yeah.
Oh.
Hugo and I enter the stadium and are directed to the upper level. After grabbing some snacks, we make our way up the set of stairs. The further
It's like
up
a high school?
I mean, I went to a wrestling event that was in like a fucking high school gym. Like, I don't think that's that uncommon. But I don't think it was,
But this is like
considering they were
the
outside.
WWE.
They were outside. It looked like a big stadium.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, the further up we go, the more my heart sinks. I had thought we had gotten good seats, but by this point, the ring is looking like a postage stamp. We finally settle into our spots and wait for the match to start. Ah, I'm sorry. I thought I got to stick us on the lower level. I look over at Hugo, who apparently didn't even hear me. He's vibrating with excitement.
Oh.
This is so cool.
I guess he doesn't mind.
I have to admit, I've been too embarrassed to come to one of these since I was a kid.
What is there to be embarrassed about? Everyone here loves wrestling. Plus, who are we going to even see that we know? We're like an hour out of Maple Bay.
Oh.
I guess you're right. Everyone here seems very well-adjusted and understanding and considerate.
So what do we have to look forward to tonight?
Oh.
Oh, man. The lineup is stacked. All of the matches are going to be great, but the one I'm really looking forward to is the Eastern Dragons match.
The Eastern Dragon?
Yeah, he used to wrestle as Pablo Escobar, but I guess he eventually had to change it. Wrestler names are weird. He's actually an Iranian guy from Utah.
Oh, so that's what your shirt is from?
Yep. I've been following the guy since his debut in an indie wrestling league, and it's been amazing to see him rise through the ranks into the professionals.
Who was he up against?
Brilliant accent.
Thank you, Ben.
The corporate chill. Technique-wise, I don't think he's that good of a wrestler, and I don't even think the fans like him. Certainly an interesting character, though.
Oh.
The stadium lights dim and the crowd starts screaming. Butt rock blasts through the sound system and some pyrotechnics start set off around the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen of the sold-out crowd in Millwake, Massachusetts, who's ready to power slam?
Very good, Vince. That's the guy from wrestling's name, right? Vince?
Yeah, that's him. It's Vince.
Fuck yeah. Hugo and I scream.
Ah!
Hey! We watched two wrestlers, the Southern Dandy and Johnny Snowman, walk out to even more butt rock. The Southern Dandy mixes and drinks a mint julep in the ring before the match. The crowd eats it up.
The Southern Dandy's from Maine.
Is it Johnny Snowman not from the North Pole?
Ah.
Good one.
Thank you.
He's from Georgia, actually.
Ooh. After a long match, Johnny Snowman, who's dressed up like a muscular elf, does what Hugo calls a German suplex on the Southern Dandy. What did I just watch? I don't know what's happening, but this is amazing. Kill him, Johnny!
I don't know what's happening, but this is amazing.
Yeah.
I feel like last time we got biblical, he was a little taken aback.
Okay, you're right. Did you see what that other guy, what he did to the other guy's face? Is he okay? Are they gonna be okay?
Ah.
Wrestling is a sport of communication. All these guys train together to not only know how to perform moves, but how to respond to them. It allows them to look like they are being hurt, but only kind of be hurt. But hurt.
Crowd cheers as Johnny Snowman pins the Southern Dandy and is announced as the winner. The next match features a wrestler named Generation Y2K who comes out looking like a hipster barista. He takes selfies with fans on the way up to the ring and pauses after every one to post it to Instagram. Honestly, that would take fucking forever. He's really playing up the millennial thing, huh? Wouldn't know what that's like.
He's sort of playing up the millennial thing.
Yeah, not familiar.
He's sort of the boogeyman to old-timer wrestling fans.
His opponent, the old timer, walks out. Ben, do you relate?
To what?
The old timer?
How?
Oh.
Because I'm like 26 months older than you.
I mean, it's a pretty long time, and it's a pretty long time if you think about it. The crowd seems to be divided in who they're rooting for. The old timer pulls some pretty sweet moves after he takes out a walking cane from under the stage and beats Generation Y2K over the head with it.
You know what? I have a walking cane with an arm reach.
Oh my God,
so
Ben!
It's because of my body, not my brain.
It's because you're fucking old, Ben. You're fucking old.
I just got an old man's body.
Okay, that counts. Up against the ropes, Generation Y2K blinds the old timer with the flash on his camera phone and is able to pin him to win the match. He takes a celebratory selfie with his unconscious opponent.
Stupid.
That's wrestling for you, Ben. During a break, Hugo and I leave to get refills from the concession stand. We wind our way through the clusters of wrestling fans to get to the line.
So, what did you think so far?
I don't know. I'm glad I'm here with you.
Yeah, either of those last two are good.
Yeah. I feel like this is the time where we can be like, I'm here for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The wrestling is cool, but I like seeing you so enthusiastic. It's don't say hot. Don't say hot. Cool.
Nice.
You know, I'm kind of surprised. I was sort of expecting the crowd to just be a bunch of aggressive, sweaty older dudes, but it's so diverse. I've even seen a bunch of families with their kids. Everyone looks so super happy to be here.
Hey,
Oh, yeah, that's how I got into wrestling. When I was a kid, my dad used to take me and my brothers to matches all the time.
There's one gaggle of kids loitering in a corner that are all exceptionally loud, even over the din of the stadium. Looking closer, I can't help but feel like these kids seem familiar. What?
Oh, I hope it's not the shitty kid I owe $8 to.
Oh, God. Oh, God. I know these kids. Maybe it's my daughter's friends who are fucking dicks. No. They're Hugo students. Don't turn around when I tell you this, but some of you students are here. Hugo immediately tenses up.
Oh my God. I can't let them see me here. They'll never listen to me ever again.
I position myself between the kids and Hugo, hoping that I can act as a human shield. I glance over at the group of children again, and I recognize that Colin kid. He kicks one of his friends in the shin and laughs. A man.
I can't do a thing because I'm only go up to his waist, and I cannot block him properly from the children.
A man. That Colin kid is a piece of work.
Colin, if he sees me here, he'll never let it go. He's a master manipulator.
Oh, we have to get back to the relative safety of our seats.
What's the plan?
Sneaking mission, create a diversion, just walk back to your seats. We did diversion before, and it worked pretty well.
It worked well. Yeah.
Sneaking?
Let's sneak.
Okay. Oh, we gotta be a sneaky if we want to get back to that ring unscathed. How quiet are you?
I've gotten pretty good at sneaking up on students who are texting under their desks during class, so I can be pretty quiet if need be.
Hey, he's getting down to our height.
Yeah!
Perfect.
This is going to make things less awkward when it matters.
We just need to find some cover to hide behind it while we navigate back to our seats.
Where to?
Merchandise rack, duck under snack counter. Quick, get inside of my shirt. Merchandise.
Merchandise.
Okay. Hugo, I'll blend in with the other shirts.
What?
Just to follow my lead. I stand as still as I can next to all the merchandise. Still as, some would say, a mannequin. Without returning my head, and while remaining as motionless as possible, I speak to Hugo. I think it's a-workin'. Hugo and I sit down and breathe a huge sigh of relief.
Phew, that was close.
Now we can head out for the rest of the night and enjoy ourselves in the comfort of anonymity with a large crowd of blah, blah, blah. The lights dim again.
You're slipping into your native tongue again. It's beautiful.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I just get so into character.
This is the match we've been waiting for. You don't have to hide your accent around me. You can go full out. It's fine.
The corporate shill walks out to elevator music. He's wearing a 3-piece suit and sunglasses. Once he gets to the ring, he takes off his sunglasses and rips the sleeves off of the suit jacket, flexing his arms for the crowd. One of the people from his entourage produces a graph chart and sets it up in the center of the ring. The corporate shill grabs the microphone.
Did you want to do it?
No. I got
because like we could do back and forth wrestling. Okay.
Yeah,
right.
I can do it. I have to be corporate. I've got a message for the Eastern Dragon. If you'll refer to the graph in the center of the ring, you'll see a quarterly projection of how I'm about to kick your ass. The whole crowd erupts. Now, if you'll direct your attention to the Jumbotron. We all look up at a PowerPoint presentation titled Kicking the Eastern Dragon's Ass, Key Performance Indicators. The corporate shill takes a laser pointer and gives a lengthy presentation on just how and why he'll defeat the Eastern Dragon. He showcases several well-utilized clip art graphics. That was informative. The lights dim again and pan flute music plays. I think it's a pan flute. I'm actually not sure if I know what a pan flute sounds like. The Eastern Dragon walks out to cheers from the crowd. Aren't a pan of flutes a Central American thing? Hugo shrugs.
Wrestling.
The Eastern Dragon stands outside of the ring and grabs the microphone.
Okay, here comes my completely normal voice. Corporate shill, it's nice to see you again.
More cheers from the crowd.
That was a good presentation. The clip art is also a very nice touch.
Wow, I see why Hugo likes him. He points to the corporate shill menacingly.
I feel like I really nailed the Iranian guy from America doing an Asian accent.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to a nice and exciting match.
The crowd doesn't really know what to do here.
Oh.
He's not the best at trash talk, but I promise he's one of the most talented wrestlers you'll ever see.
The match starts, and it's just as exciting as Hugo had hyped it up to be. The Eastern Dragon performs some ridiculous aerial stunts that make me concerned for his safety. He does what Hugo calls a moonsault from the top rope onto the corporate shill. The air in the stadium is electric as these two athletes lock arms and try to demolish one another. I can't help but get into it. The corporate shill pile drives the Eastern Dragon, who looks passed out in the center of the ring. He climbs up to the top rope and motions to the cheering crowd.
Oh no, he is about to do his finishing move, the corporate ladder.
The corporate shill poses at the top of the ropes. The Eastern Dragon still isn't moving. Could this be the end of his young career? Get up, Eastern Dragon!
You can do it, Eastern Dragon!
The corporate shill launches off the top rope in a huge arch. He brings his elbow down on the Eastern Dragon with the full force of a Fortune 500 company putting local vendors out of business. The corporate shill pins the Eastern Dragon and the match ends. Hugo sinks into his chair.
Man, he should have won that.
I sit down with Hugo. Oh, what a match.
Oh.
It was amazing.
I think I'm a fan of wrestling now. Hugo looks over at me and our eyes catch.
I'm glad.
The event goes on and we have a little downtime before the next match. We decide to just relax in our seats and avoid the middle schoolers. It's unlikely they would ever notice us in the upper level nosebleeds. I look up at the Jumbotron. Oh, hey, they're doing the kiss cam thing.
Oh
boy.
no.
Oh, boy. It zooms in on a bunch of cute couples who all do quick smooches to raucous cheers from the crowd. Oh, that's so nice. And then it zooms in on Hugo and I.
Huh?
Oh, kiss him.
What?
Kiss him, kiss him, kiss him, kiss him.
What? What do I do here? I look over to Hugo and see the same mortified expression on his face. The entire crowd is chanting and neither of us know what to do. I think we should
Give the
protect his
crowd what they
identity.
want.
No, that's gonna go so fucking bad, dude. I think we should protect his identity. That's the chivalrous thing to
Alright.
do. I
Alright.
also want to kiss him, but those fucking kids are gonna give him shit forever if we do.
I'm gonna kick those kids' ass. Even that one that likes Jackie Chan.
This is true. But
Alright.
I think we should protect his identity. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I jump in front of Hugo and start giving the camera the finger. They can't show that on television, can they? The camera immediately moves on. I guess all of this sweaty violence is fine, but a finger isn't. Was that? I don't know, but
Thanks.
maybe we should have kissed
think-
him.
Well, no.
I sit down again, trying to ignore the dirty looks I'm getting from people who came here for wholesome content. Oh,
So much for
gosh.
laying low, I guess.
The rest of the match thankfully goes off without incident. Hugo and I eventually laugh off the kiss cam and get back to the wrestling. After the show ends, he convinces me to hang back and let the rest of the crowd exit so that we wouldn't risk running into Colin and his awful group of friends. Oh boy, I feel like we're goofing all this up. Maybe you're right. Maybe we should have smooched him.
That's okay.
By the
I
time...
like
Huh?
imagine the children like find out he's into wrestling, like they might not even know he's gay. Like
Yeah,
there's so many things
I
that can go
know.
wrong with that.
I feel like he would not enjoy that.
Yeah.
By the time Hugo and I walked back to his car, most of the wrestling fans have cleared out. The parking lot is surprisingly empty, save for a beat-up car parked a few spots down from us. We warily keep an eye out for any stray middle schoolers as we hang out by my car. Man, that was an experience.
Right? It's one thing to watch it on TV, but to be here in person is just wow. Thank you again. I would have never gotten to experience this if it weren't for you.
It's just me and Hugo in front of the car in an empty parking lot. I look down.
I've got a boner.
Kind of funny about the kiss cam, huh?
Haha, yeah, it was super funny.
But neither of us are smiling. We look into each other's eyes, and I can feel a warmth radiating from my cheeks. We stare at each other for just a little bit too long. Dang it.
Hey, Closer.
I turn around to see a guy in a hoodie and basketball shorts walking up to us, a duffel bag slung over his shoulder.
I haven't seen one of those in years.
What?
Oh my god. Yeah, I got it from a trade with this guy from streetsmarks.net. I love that website. Someone always posts there these awesome super detailed breakdowns of the matches and indie circuits. Have you seen those? Their name's like
Oh my god, it's gonna be him.
Something.
It's gonna be him.
JD Sleminger. Yeah, that's him. Those are my write-ups. You're JD Sleminger? You're kidding, man. Oh, I'm such a huge fan of your work. It's so nice to meet you.
The man vigorously shakes Hugo's hand, and then I punch him in the face because he's trying to steal my man.
Oh.
I'm honored. Ah, man, I wish I could stay and chat. I have so many questions, but I'll PM you on the forums if you ever want to talk shop. Absolutely.
The man starts walking away. Hugo coughs nervously to get his attention again.
Is there any chance you could sign my shirt?
The guy turns around and beams.
Sure thing.
Wait. It all finally clicks into place for me. You're the Eastern Dragon? I love your work. I'm a baby.
Thank you, man.
The Eastern Dragon signs Hugo's shirt, waves goodbye, and walks to his car. I stand there with my mouth open the entire time. That was the Eastern Dragon.
Ah.
He likes my work.
Dude, you're like a friends of the Eastern Dragon now.
He's gonna PM me.
Hugo and I high five. He's so excited he's shaking. Oh no.
Mr. Vega.
Oh man. Colin and his cronies just pop up out of nowhere. Oh no, here we go.
What?
Colin, nice to see you and your friends all the way out here. What are you doing here? I don't see a library anywhere near. Oh, what are you doing here? I don't see a library anywhere near us. I was watching the Power Slam series with my friend. Ah, Mr. Vega likes wrestling? What a fart knocker. Actually, that's pretty cool. Shut up, dickweed. Nah, man. That's actually rad as hell. This dude's fucking crazy. This dude's
He's
rules.
friends with fucking, what's his
Oh,
face? He's
man,
friends
this
with-
guy's...
Yeah, I
this is
fucking
really
like
fucking
fart
cool.
knockers. I don't know.
Who are you just talking to? Probably one of your stupid book nerd friends.
Actually, he was talking to his good buddy, the Eastern Dragon. All of Colin's friends gasp.
Guys, come on, he's lying. There's no way the Eastern Dragon would hang out with these losers. Oh yeah? How did I get his autograph then?
Colin's friends lose their minds, screaming their heads off. Colin is red with anger.
Ah! See you in class, bitch. What?
Inappropriate?
No!
But you know what?
You
I'm
can't
for
say that
it.
to a
I know
student.
you cannot say that to a student, but fucking go for
See
it,
you in
dude.
class, bitch. You can't say that. I just did, bitch. Who's gonna believe
Oh my
you?
God, I
I'm
love
gonna kick
this.
your ass.
Hugo and I hop into the car to the tune of more children screaming. We laugh all the way home.
Hugo moons him.
Hugo and I descend the stairs of his home into his wrestling man cave, where we both crack a beer. We're both winding down after an exciting evening.
Why is beer capitalized?
Because it's the same as dad's. It's a dad holy
Okay.
item and it's capitalized.
all right, fair enough.
So, if you're a wrestler, what would your persona be? Hugo answers immediately.
Oh.
JD Slaminger, my foreign mantle. I gotta represent my literary roots. That's not his voice at all. I gotta represent my literary roots. My costume would be a tweed coat, and my finishing move would be a catcher in the eye, where I poke my opponent's eye out and call him a phony.
Oh, wow.
12-year-olds would love me. I've gotten a lot of thought. I've given it a lot of thought. What about you?
I would be, Bomb Clancy. Mario Bratali. Ben or Dad?
I feel like there's been some issues with Mario Bratali recently.
Oh, fuck, you're right. Actually, fuck that. No! I'm an Italian, but I fuck that
Let's
guy.
go for I'm a real Italian, not like that phony.
Yeah. What
Bob
is it?
Clancy.
Bomber Clancy. A Bomber Clancy. I'd come out in a bomber jacket, aviator sunglasses, and a navy cap. My finishing move is the Ahada Foreta Shocktober, where I accuse the other wrestlers of being a communist and defeat them in a decades-long proxy war. I'm just now realizing that I don't know any actually wrestling moves.
You know I could teach you
Dude.
some.
Let's do it. Okay, but shirts versus
yeah.
skins. I smirk. I'm a game. Hugo and I square up in the center of the room, ready to go
That was
at
fast.
it.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do. I guess you're going right now.
I
All right,
fucking
here we
meant
do.
right now, Ben. I fucking meant right now. Don't go easy on me, Hugo.
I'll go easy on you.
Wow, that beer really got to his head. On a bomb, Clancy? Absolutely not. And before I know it, I'm on the floor. Hugo wraps his legs around me and squeezes. I can't move.
Hey.
This is a figure 4 leg lock. If I were applying full force right now, you would be in extreme pain.
He effortlessly twists around again and grabs my arm. Good lord, he's strong. Any movement on my end is useless.
My tiny, frail body is useless. And this is an arm bar.
You're pretty good.
You can tap out anytime you'd like.
Not a chance. Hugo flips around one last time on top of me. He hooks his arm under my leg and presses his body down on my chest.
Ah.
Then this is me pinning you.
Our faces are inches apart right now. I can't tell if I'm breathing heavy because of the physical activity or because of something else. Go for
Wait,
it. We're not
is this
gonna-
what we're saying to him? Go for it.
Yeah, either way, go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
I lean forward and kiss Hugo, who seems just as surprised as I am. I pull back, a little embarrassed, but he kisses me again. He slowly releases his submission hold on me and cradles my face in his hands. He presses his forehead against mine and we laugh.
I guess we both win.
I guess so. I wanna have to burn your crops. I pull him back in for another kiss. Do you have any more moves to show me?
Ah,
I think I might have a few.
Ooh boy. Uh-huh.
Word.
Hell
Are we doing
yeah.
it right now?
Hell yeah. Pin is high. Pin is high. Yes.
Finally.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
JK rolling with delight.
Yes. Should we end it on there, Benny boy? Should we end it on there?
Yeah, I feel like finally set out the goal of this series, which was to get laid, right?
We did
That's what
it. We
here to
got
do?
laid after a lot of emotional connections and trivia
Yeah.
nights that went awry.
You know, I feel good about this.
Me too.
I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun on this trip we went together. I learned a lot about wrestling and
I
cheese.
know. Same.
And we got to like fuck with some kids.
Yeah, I call that kid a fucking
And,
bitch.
And I hope everything works out with our daughter or whatever. But
Me
I don't know.
too. Me too. I don't know
Hope
if
she
that
does
choice
show.
is the right choice, that compromise, but you know what? It's a choice, and that's what matters when you have a daughter.
That's right. You have to decide some things.
Mm-hmm. All right, Ben.
Well,
you know,
Abby, thank you so much for showing me this. We only have one more.
I know. Next week is
One more date?
Valentine's Day. Can you
I
believe it?
know.
If we don't find
Do you
love on
have any
Valentine's
exciting-
Day, that'll be a real bummer. But
You have any exciting plans for Valentine's Day?
Ben, I don't talk about my personal life, so excuse me. Also, I'm not
Okay.
interested.
Well, join me for Valentine's Day, where I will be live streaming various details about Abby's personal life that she has told me.
Oh boy. That figures as much. I knew it'd catch up to me one day. All right, Ben. Thank you
See
so
you
much.
next week.
See you next week, Ben. Are you ready to find some love?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.